What's going on, people? TroopzTV back again. Back up blood clot again, you understand? Episode 320 of Back Again. You don't know the vibes. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the blood clot thing. You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat as always, blood. You understand? Big up the mods, them. My brothers. You get me? Yeah, another episode. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Later on, mate. Yeah, I wish that was possible, blood. You get me? But obviously, it's not possible. The show have to run. You get me? Yeah, big up the man, them as always, blood.
Can I do the intro then? Can I do the intro?
Good to see the man, them here, blood. You get me? Whole gang. You understand? Shout out the 3-point collectors, or should I say the 3-point collector? Because a couple draws and a big L for the rest of the panel this week. You get me? Months. Little housekeeping, you get me? 3 out of 3. You understand? Man like Arnie.
Correct. So what I'm gonna do is my iteration of today's show. What's going on, people? Back again with another episode of the pod. You know what I'm saying? Troops.
You gotta say TroopzTV. You gotta say that from at the start. You know what I'm saying?
Again.
There you go.
TroopzTV. Back again. You know what I'm saying? I'm joined by the man them today. I'm joined by Lewis. I'm joined by Flawless. I'm joined by Troops today, not Monts. I'm joined by Troops. And yeah, man, I just wanted to kind of run that myself because I feel like if there wasn't, I feel like I should be in the middle and you guys should just kind of be on the bottom. But that's fine.
Pause.
That's fine. Pause for that's what I feel like it should be today. But because there's only 4, I get how it works. But I'm all right, man. I can't like. I try to tell people have some fucking respect for my club, have some respect for my team, signings or no signings. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get into that. But I've had a very good weekend. I've had a great weekend, and I had a great weekend, and yeah, man. I hope Flawless is doing good over there. Lewis's team on paper FC as usual, and yeah, man. Another Martin Lily stinker. Love.
Flawless. It looks like you're in one with scrubs over there, blood. You get me? Your team is definitely in the jailhouse. You understand?
In fact, this is nicer than my usual setup still.
It was a traumatic Sunday for you.
That without doubt. Firstly, let me just say big up to any content creators. How you lot have kids full time and do this thing, I have no idea. But bless him, so big up to you, Troops, and anyone else who's
forget the other. Just big me up, blood. Paul. Just forget everybody. Just salute
so
Troops,
salute
Daddy of the year, yeah. Husband of the year, yeah. Don't fuck about, blood. You understand? Shout out to wife, shout out to you, them. It is stress though, you understand?
Yeah, salute to you. I'm blessed here looking after my decent. Yeah, it's all a matter. But yeah, outside of that, I'm blessed. Obviously, Manchester United, yeah, man, hate losing to these lot. Say all that said it last week. Numero uno, man. As much stick as I give Arsenal or Leeds or Manchester City, they numero uno, man. I'm born and bred, so that City rivalry is in the DNA, even outside of football. So to lose to these lot, losing to these lot is terrible. But losing to these lot at home in that fashion, disgusting. But we'll discuss it more in full. But outside of that, blessed to be here. Big up all you, man. Shouts to the chat as well.
Lewis, they told me Chelsea were back when they beat Wolves 6-2, but I think this is more like the Chelsea we all know.
No, I mean, that game was so classic Chelsea. Like, I actually agree with that statement. We'll touch on it later, but I mean, have enough chances to win, goalkeeper turns into prime Neuer, concede a wonder goal and draw. I've seen that script so many damn times, it's not even funny. But it's good to be back. The fact that I feel relatively calm probably says a lot, to be honest. But yeah, I'm chill. I've had a great weekend. I hope everybody's good. Shout out to the chat, all of that. UCL charge continues. Up the Chelsea.
It's a joke,
What?
man. I said it with a straight face, you know.
A straight face, you know, though.
Number
That's
three's
the
coming, man.
craziest part, yo. Like,
This brother. There's only one Lewis, blood. You understand? Big man. Team.
Come on. Never duplicated.
Big up God every time. He says 3-point collectors, show us your
Freeze. Did he freeze? Oh shit, yeah, he did freeze.
yeah, he froze. Yeah, he froze. I was thinking for a second.
I said
yeah,
freeze and he actually froze. That's
yeah,
crazy.
no, serious? Yeah, that's mad. That is crazy. That is
Yeah, that ain't right, bruv.
mad. Yeah, that is mad. That is mad. 3-point collector shows your freeze.
Mons, now you can actually take over the show.
yeah.
So
Super chats, fam. Super chats is you.
Nah,
Well,
I lost.
Oh, is that the thing? Like if you're the only one who wins, you get to read the super chats.
We've done that. If Troops has connection issues, one of us will just carry on the show and just read the super chats. But he's back
You
now.
don't see me? You don't hear me?
We can see
you're
you.
back, you're back.
Big up
Yeah, I don't know.
GODA.
I don't know what happened there, blood.
God,
You understand?
AEM.
But we're back,
3-point
blood.
collector. Well, I think
You get me? I think
Yeah, he's
Liverpool
back,
tried
back.
to infiltrate my fucking Wi-Fi or something, blood. You get me? I'll put slot in a headlock, blood. Trust me, I'm not 10 hard, blood. But big up God. He says 3-point collectors, show us your threes. Yeah. Great. Big up God again, blood. He says, little reminder that Casemiro and Mo Salah are both the same age, yet only one of them looks like he needs to retire. Shout out to Luis El Diablo Diaz too. Showed the Red Devils demon time.
That's a bar still.
Nothing to say, Flawless.
Nah, man, it's their moment. I'm not crashing people's parade. They just beat us 3-0. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool fans have all right to talk their ish. I'm not like that. I ain't a spoil sport like that. Unless they take it too far, then it's like I got to crash back. But he's right, yo. Diaz scored 2 goals. Talk your ish, AEM.
Big up God every time, blood. Big up Culture, latest news. He says, is Salah the greatest African footballer ever? That's a good question, blood. But for me,
Shout out Drogba.
I don't think he's I don't think he's the best of all time, blood. You get me?
Who do you think it is? For me, I would say that's a tough question.
For me,
George Weah.
yeah.
That's before a lot of people's time.
Yeah.
You know, for me, George
If you
Weah
say
was one of
if
the
you
first
say
guys.
I'll run with that.
I rate Eto'o more than Salah. I think Eto'o is an
Eto'o's a
absolute
bad boy.
gunman, and I think he's very underrated, blood, and
Yes,
disrespected.
I
You
think man to
understand?
be back-to-back troubles.
Man did back-to-back. Eto's a shout as
You
well.
know what I mean?
Obviously,
For me,
as much as it pays me to admit it, Drogba is up there as well, just because of Lewis. But Drogba is up there. I think
it's a difficult conversation. I feel like
Very
if we're
difficult.
talking Premier League, if we're talking Premier League African player ever, I think Salah is definitely in for a shout with the best Premier
Absolutely.
League African player
No.
worldwide.
In general, he's got a shout always. He deserves it.
Yeah.
big up man like Jap, blood, my G. He says, big up troops. Rice should have known better. Hold that beat down, flawless. And Mont's last dance with Salah in the team. Lewis, Chelsea still blows. Pause.
I'll touch on it when it's our section, innit?
Yeah, man, like Salah, blood, dropping bombs, blood. You get me? Fabrizio weren't ready for that one, blood. You understand? Big up Todd Miller, my G. He said, Everton fans, all United fans, bigger L. Lewis.
Up the Chelsea. Up the
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
It's definitely United fans.
I don't know. It's kind of even, blood. Big up AD. He says Haaland has 0 goals and assists in 7 finals. Small game player.
Ain't people learn? Hey, you know what? Just stop talking. Just stop talking ish about City. Leave them be. Because every time we start talking about them and be trying to be critical of something of them, they start moving mad. Remember the whole talk at the start of the season was they're so bad without Rodri, this and that. They're 3-3 without him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's stop. Because I remember the same conversation happened with Cristiano Ronaldo about him being a small game player. Because his record when he was at Manchester United in big games wasn't the best. And then when he went to Real Madrid, then he started scoring goals and winners in El Clasicos and things of that nature. People don't remember that. I didn't have a great record at Anfield. His record at the Emirates wasn't the greatest. Obviously, he was battling with Chelsea. His record at the Bridge wasn't the greatest either. Like, yo, leave City be for Haaland come slaps a hat-trick against the next big six side.
Amen. Big up man like Jack one more time. He says Haaland will go to win another golden boot. I'll put my life on it now. Whoever voted against Haaland to not be the golden boot winner, I think when we done the golden boot, I'm sure we all picked Haaland. You're a dunce. You get me? You're a straight dunce, blood, and you're just geeing away money. Big up, boob.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Lewis knows, blood.
Big up, bro.
Big up my dog Fats every time, blood. He says to the tune of Palmer again.
Kazakhstan away. I don't even know if that one rhymes probably, but yeah, Kazakhstan away. That is a you decision, not a we decision. I will not be there. That place will be like -4 degrees in December when Chelsea go there. I'm good. I'm good.
You're not on that?
Nah, hell no. I'm on UCL watch-alongs, not away days.
Mr. 16 out of 10, blood. Where have you been? He is back again. And I would have put my life on him making an appearance today, blood. You get me? Big up Ray every damn time, blood. He says the perfect away performance to our biggest rivals. Control. So much better than Klopp's dumbass tactics in the last 2 seasons. Ryan, Gyro, Gravenberch, flawless, knows I've backed him all the way. Diaz, Salah, and Konate, unreal.
See you on Shameless later, bro. Big up.
So this look at this guy make his return. We ain't seen him in weeks here, you know. Fucking joke, man.
Yeah, you knew he was gonna pop up today.
Yeah, I knew.
Big up Comical Ali every time, blood. He says, big up the panel. Mont takes over the dance floor. Lewis, aka Craig David, hanging in there. Pause. Flawless, down and out. Troops is angry but composed. Yeah, I'm
That's about accurate. Because I'm not even off the dance floor. Again, I'm not even angry. It's just...
That's the worst type of anger, by the way. Silently angry is the worst type.
I lost it on stream, though. You get me?
I know. That was
great content.
I just didn't want to see anything because my game, I still had to play my game. So I didn't say anything. But I was there. Every single minute. It was beautiful.
Big up deluded Chelsea fan. He says Poch has the same points at same time. 1 harassment and 1 other one flirting.
I know. And ultimately, I saw big alarm bells within 3 match days, and here I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty okay. Funny how different managers have different, make you feel different ways, but hey, is what it is. Is what it is. Yeah, big pause.
Big up man like Jack one more time. He says Ray is back. Hussam is screaming and puffing heaters somewhere right now.
Ciao, Sam.
Oh, shout out Hussam, blood.
Big up.
Shout out Fats one more time, blood. He says, I like how Mont is composed when Ray did 1999 super chat. Didn't even flinch.
We'll speak soon.
Hussam would have gone off. You get me? Hey, he has no composure, you understand? But we have the composed one over here. You know, you have the special one, the normal one. Mont is trying to be the composed one. You get me? But let's see how composed he is now, blood. You get me? That we are at the main talking point. You get me? Man United 0, Liverpool 3, blood. You understand? Now, before I let Mont have his fun, I don't know if that's a pause, blood. You get me? But
hey, yo.
I just wanted to get some quick stats in for the people, then, blood. You get me?
Stats is back. You know what I'm saying?
The stats are back again, blood.
The stats are back again. Stats are back again.
They're back our blood clot again, you understand? And the first stat is the highest spenders in the Premier League since the summer of 2022. We have, obviously, Chelsea, the top spenders with 854 million pounds. And in second place, in second place, we have Man United, blood, with £838 million, blood. You get me?
Troops, just quickly, what was our one again? 800 what?
850. 1 minute.
800.
854 million pounds.
Cool. I'm gonna
For
keep
Chelsea.
that.
Second place, Man United with 538 million pounds. Mo Salah. Mo Salah has scored more goals at Old Trafford than Anthony has.
Since what? Before you carry on, before you get to the stats, since what was the year with those the
The
spending?
summer of 2022.
Okay, cool. All right, go on, carry on as you will.
Mo Salah has more goals at Old Trafford than Anthony, blood. You get me? Mo Salah is also the top scorer in this fixture now, blood, with a whopping 15 goals, blood. You understand? Mo Salah has scored 10 goals in his last 7 appearances at Old Trafford, blood. Do you understand? There is so many more stats, blood, that I could just read off, blood, but I'd just be recycling them from last season. You're just adding on an extra year, blood. You get me? But Mo Salah owns Old Trafford, blood. You get me? They're calling it Mo Trafford. You understand? It is an absolute madness, blood. You get me? The dominance of Liverpool yesterday was ridiculous, blood. You get me? If you looked at the stats, you'd think, okay, cool, 3-0 Liverpool, but it looked a bit, you know what I mean? Maybe it was a decent game from both sides. It wasn't that, blood. You get me? They absolutely ran riot at Old Trafford. Gravenbeck was absolutely dominant.
Gravy boat.
Gravy boat, as Mont says, you understand, was absolutely dominant in the midfield, blood. You get me? Bruno Fernandes was piss poor yet again. Casemiro, you get me, bro. He needs to go chop some lamb shish and kofta kebabs up, blood. You get me? Because he is dead and gone, bro. You understand? He is dead and gone. You get me? Lisandro Martinez, the butcher. I was told, blood. You get me? He tried kick up. He tried go for who did he try clamp again, blood? He tried clamp.
Shabazz,
Yeah, he tried clamp Shabazz, and then you get me. Van Dijk said, "Yo, come do that to me, blood." You understand? You lick his clout down. He didn't want no smoke, blood. You get me? The butcher would have got butchered. He was absolutely piss poor as well, blood. He didn't know where Diaz was at no point. You get me, bro? Like the defending, I was told from Flawless was we have improved defensively. The shape is improved, and bro, there was no shape, blood. You understand? There was no, Coca-Cola back
Bare cellulite.
There was none of that, blood.
No
there was
shape.
no Coca-Cola bottle.
After they scored the first 2 goals, there wasn't. Before that, we was calm.
Yeah,
we made 2 mistakes. Yeah, again, we gave up.
So much cellulite.
Again, one game doesn't equate for 2. This is what I'm talking about when I say the over the top thing. But carry on as you were.
Yeah. Anywho,
of course it is. Anywho, let's talk about the game.
You also said something very cheeky. Oh, can I go, Chief? So you can carry on.
Go on. Say what you're gonna say.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you done? Cool, great. First of all, yeah, people need to understand where Man United are as an institution, innit? What they are, where they are not what they were. Yeah, we're gonna take away the were. We're gonna take away the were because that's all they talk about. No champs since 2008. 16 years of BS. No Prem in 11. Yeah. Now people might look at that and go, Monts, that's a bit hypocritical because you didn't win the Prem in 30. Yes, but this is big Manchester United, the biggest club in the country, because that's all they go off now. All Manchester United fans have contests. I'm the biggest club. We have the biggest pool. We sign players. That's all these men do now. Forget about anything on the pitch because these men don't do nothing on the pitch. I tried to tell man. I said it during preseason. I said it on match day 1. I said it on match day 2. And here we are at match day 3. I'm putting on a t-shirt. You heard it here first. It's all fun and games until a ball gets kicked. How many times have I had to say it over the summer?
You need to make that happen still. Go on.
I've said it since the start of the
transfer window.
Yeah, you man will get the free sample. Don't worry, you man will get the free sample.
Oh yeah, we go pat it, but yeah, as you will. I didn't want to interrupt. My bad. Go on. That's what I'd say.
Yeah. So just going forward, during the predictions, I said 2-0 Liverpool. And you man looked at me like I was crazy.
What's up?
Man looked at me like I
Yeah,
was
give me
madman.
1 second.
Let's calm, bro. You man looked at me like I was a madman for saying 2-0. I said 2-0 comfy. It'll be close, but they're not scoring a goal. Man looked at me like I was crazy. Stop looking at football on paper. It's what he does. It's what the Chelsea fans do. And now the United fans are doing it as well. Yeah. Man United owe the Premier League goals and they still owe the Premier League goals. Man, then for you lot that control your own account, you will control your bank accounts, I'm pretty sure. But there might be some youngers in the chat, so I don't know if you lot are old enough to control your account. But let's just assume you are. Do you know what happens when you go into overdraft? Does anyone know what happens when you go into overdraft?
Are
No
you
one?
asking us?
Yes, I'm asking anyone. Do you guys know what happens when you go into overdraft?
Yeah, you owe the bank money.
Yeah, you owe the back piece, bro.
You owe money. You get fined. You know what I'm saying? Manchester United owe the Premier League goals. Last season, they finished in the negative. This season, they're 14th, and guess what? They're in the negative again. You're spending more and owing more. It's like you're just gambling your life away. Just throwing hundreds on red and just losing. You man are mid-table fodder. And how dare you lot think that I sit at the same table as you? No, I kept it a buck. I don't think we're on the same level as Arsenal right now, or the same level as Man City. I'm talking about consistency and going the length of the season. I've always said that. But don't put me with these scrubs. Don't put me in the same building as these scrubs, as Man United, as Chelsea, as Tottenham, and Villa, and them man there. And that's even disrespect to them, man. Manchester United, do you know how I've always, in the last 7 years, I've looked at Manchester United this way. If Liverpool go away at the Molineux, let's say we go to the Molineux and they still have Pedro Neto, my fear going into that game is not putting my chances away and maybe them breaking Sarabia to Cunha to Neto and we're 1-0 down in the 70th minute. Now we've got it all to do. That's my fear going into a game at the Molineux, because I know we're going to dominate. I know we're the better team, but it's just about whether we take our chances. That is how I look at Manchester United. Not when I go to the Emirates. Not even when I go to the Bridge. Not even when I go to the Etihad. You, man, I look at you, man, like a mid-table team who could take their chances if we have an off day in front of goal. Because Villa are better than you. Brighton play better football than you. Chelsea are better than you. Spurs are better than you. Arsenal are better than you. City are better than you. Newcastle are better than you. You, man, are mid-table fodder. Mid-table. Spending more, getting worse. You haven't scored over 60 goals under Ten Hag since he's arrived. And you can't even keep a consistent back line. And your midfield is a graveyard for players on high wages with what? No nous, no fight, no bite. Just grenade football. Nothing in the middle. Like a polo. You don't excel at anything. You have the odd player who can score a screamer like Rashford on his day, but how often is his day? Don't mention
Rashford. Don't mention Rashford.
His day
to be fair to Rashford, he created your two best chances and Xerxes bottled it.
He did.
Xerxes bottled it.
Xerxes should have scored the second one, but we're not giving Rashford.
Bro.
We're not giving Rashford credit for that.
Two best chances was from Marcus Rashford.
This is my point.
I'm not giving him credit for that. I'm not. Two crosses in 3 games. No, that's not what we're doing.
And what pisses me off
as well.
Hold on.
Yeah, exactly. We're not doing that. Go on, as you were.
Hold on. What pisses me off? Like, it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart to know that they don't believe in us, man. It really breaks my heart.
Don't believe in who?
That the fact that people think this Manchester United Liverpool is actually a thing anymore. Like it's been a thing. You man would have thought last season that these men took 6 points off us. They just about escaped with their lives at Anfield at 0-0 and crowned the 0-0 performance. They celebrated a 0-0 at Anfield like, again, they were mid-table fodder. Because that's what teams do that. Mid-table fodder. At Old Trafford, you just about got away at 2-2 after dominance and us not putting our chances away. And in the cup, you scored in the 124th minute.
Bad boy, girl.
This has never been a competition. Never. We've seen
Fodder.
7.
What,
We've
that's the
seen
new one.
5. We've seen 4. We've seen 4 again. I've seen Pogba foul, man, just to get a red card because he don't want to play no more. Salah's the only guy to score a hat-trick since R9. Gravy Boat made Casemiro look like flipping. Give me a DM. Marvelous Nakamba. He's actually decent though. I don't even want to slight him. Gravy Boat ran the show. He made your midfield look like what it's always been. And all you lot do, and I've deeped it as well. I'm going to digress quickly. You, man, have dropped your standards. The standards are in the pits of hell. You, man, spoke about that performance at home to Fulham like it was a new dawn and a new day. It's
a
Fulham
new
at
day.
home.
Yes, it
Have
is.
some fucking decorum. It's
Yeah,
Fulham at home.
I say unicorns and all that.
Dude.
Come on, man. No, but the standards is crazy. All this is
That's my
talking
new
about there was defensively it was fine throughout the game when they made 2 defensive mistakes.
I didn't say it was defensively.
This is not the man. This is
I
not
never
the
said
Man
that.
United. We know.
Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that.
Okay,
Carry
that's
on, but I never said that.
The Man United we know
not go
today
too far.
is until they get rid of that absolute Eric 10 hair follicles, that narcissistic moron. Until they get rid of him, this club is dead and buried, blood. It's a graveyard to anyone with an ounce of experience, and the young players think they can do what they want because it's
Ten Hag
vibes
getting cooked in the
and
press
there's no
conference.
tactics. There's no tactics, blood. No, Xerxes, that used to be my guy. Now it's Twerksy, blood. Joshua fucking Jerksy, fam. What are we doing? You're destroying players I even like, fam. You destroy everything you man touch. Sooner or later, Kobe's going to be in the mud. He was in a headlock, getting noogied. Man said, give me your lunch money. Graf said, where's your change? He said, I ain't got none. He said, jump. Come on, man. Don't ever think you can talk. Don't even look me in the eye. Don't even think about me. In fact, don't even breathe. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything anymore. And you,
I said you don't need oxygen on that.
You United fans in the chat, I'm telling you, you lot are in for, I told you, in for a rude awakening. When it comes to playing ball on the pitch, you can't buy your shit. You need a style of play. You can't buy it all. Anyway, listen, there's a few more things I'd like to say, a few more stats, but I want you lot to chime in. Lewis, you lot chime in, man. I don't want to go on. I can go on.
This is your,
I just wanted to drop
Yeah,
this because
go.
I saw Ten Hag getting cooked in the post-match press conference. It was hilarious. What's that?
So what
Oh,
do
can
you
we-
tell me then? Explain me. Maybe you can explain me which mistakes we make regular.
Well, constantly turning the ball over in your own half, playing the ball out from the back, getting mugged, chances coming on the back of it, counter attacks when you're outnumbered, giving up endless chances in your own stadium against the team's biggest rivals. With the greatest respect, I've been seeing that for so long now.
You are sure?
Absolutely.
I don't think otherwise you wouldn't win trophies as we did and to beat big opponents. So I'm sorry for you. I have another vision.
With the greatest respect, played brilliantly against City in that final. You almost lost to Cambridge in the semi-final. I mean, come on, let's have a realistic view of what happened there.
I think we won after City the most trophies in English football. So I'm sorry for you.
All he had was the trophy argument.
Yeah, and
All he had was a trophy argument. But yeah, in terms of the game, I only really watched the second half because I was still coming out of the Chelsea match. But yeah, I mean, Liverpool, I thought it would take a bit longer for you guys to embed into what Slot wanted. And shit, I might have been wrong on that one still. Maybe it ain't going to be a closer points tally between third and fourth as I originally thought, because you guys have started very well. And the number one thing is defensively. Defensively, you guys haven't conceded this season. You guys look very well set up when it comes to your defensive shape. Obviously, going forward, Luis Diaz looks like he's starting to cook now, which I didn't even expect personally. I thought Diaz was one of the players that we were going to be watching a lot this season in a negative way. But no, he's done his thing. So Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Liverpool did really well. Liverpool did really
Thanks.
well. So credit to
Thanks,
you guys.
Thank you for mentioning Luis Diaz. I've got some quotes on Bruno Fernandes as well. So it's not, by the way, it's not just the manager who's deranged. It's not just the manager who's
did
deranged and
Bruno
hasn't
say?
taken his meds. Bruno said, "We lost the game. Congratulations to Liverpool. They were more clinical. I don't look at the stats, but the game was tight." There were Olays in the 66th minute. You fucking badger. There was Olays in the 60th minute. Now, someone needs to tell that fucking rat, your captain, that he's got it wrong. He's got it so wrong. And when you're looking at games like that, that's the captain of my, if that's the captain of my club, serious questions. Serious questions. Because what did he do in the game? Absolutely nothing. Everyone talks about Mount. Everyone talks about McTominay. Everyone talks about McTominay. These guys aren't here anymore. You see the scapegoats? Everyone talks about Maguire. None of those three were playing.
These man brought on Maguire to try and save them.
Exactly. Everyone talks. And also, why is no one talking about Onana? Why does no one talk about Onana?
Yeah, his positioning is absolutely
This
fucking
guy
atrocious.
is a left back who's been put in goal because he's got feet. And even then, he's not completing his passes. He is crap. He gives black goalkeepers a bad name.
Yeah.
He's crap.
Yeah, he's rubbish.
He's rubbish.
He's rubbish. This is why I said in the
Arse
summer I would have replaced him,
and
but here we
cheeks.
are.
Arse and cheeks. How you have a fade? How you have a high top with no fade
Yeah, it's mad.
in 2024? There's no fade, you know. It's just skin and hair. It's just skin and hair, fam. What are we doing here? There's no fade. No pre and trim.
Skin in there.
It's just skin and hair. There's no mix. Like if you have a trim like that, I expect.
Look, you can even still see my fade. Look, even though it's kind of, look, you can still see it, blood.
You can see it fades into the hair, bro. Anyone who gets a trim, how can you have that much money and have? You get it? It don't make sense to me. But let's talk about uncomfortable conversations. The butcher, the passion merchant, the mid.
They told me better than Saliba.
Better than who? Better than who?
Who said that? That's
Our fan
crazy.
base is- Our fan base is
Remember when they
crazy,
used to
man.
compare?
Our fan base is crazy.
Better than who?
Our fan base is crazy.
What's man
man?
talking about, man?
You man, you know. Oh
That's
my
crazy.
days.
What's man talking about?
The
It's just
alkaline
small man
butcher.
syndrome. What are we talking about?
The alkaline butcher, blood, about butcher. The man and the butcher, nothing. The man, they're just chopping up coconuts.
These men are, and it's funny because
At
these
one
men are
with
talking
nature.
about chances, chance creation, and how Xerxes missed a few sitters. You realize Szoboszlai felt bad about scoring a goal, right? He felt bad.
I couldn't believe that
He
one.
felt bad. These man, it got to the point where it's like, raw, these men are really shit. There was a point where we were just popping the ball in triangles on that right side. I know you man saw it. I saw it in Troopz's watch along. When these men started when Trent, Gravenberch, and Salah and Szoboszlai were popping the ball like this. Or lays in the 60th minute.
Is that's the one when Salah just hit it wide, isn't it? Right after 3-0.
No. It was like just before that, just before the third goal. These men were just knocking the ball around. It was tapped. It was tapped. And this is the point. When it gets embarrassing, you need to understand that. Forget any chances you create after it gets embarrassing. We've told you have the ball. We've told you Ipswich gave us a harder game. And that's a fact.
No, he did.
Ipswich gave us a harder game. Brentford gave us a harder game. You man are in big trouble, bro. Big trouble. And what kills me, as I said, the standards have gone.
Do you know
The
what else?
standards have
Yeah,
gone.
Ten Hag. Yeah, he's got every signing he wanted.
Of course.
Nah, he's not been backed.
Of course. Do you know how many times I've heard
He's not been backed.
Gary Neville mention Ugarte? The man wasn't even playing.
Mm-mm.
The man wasn't even playing.
Man was doing
After
up
saying
high.
After saying that he wouldn't swap Man United's midfield with Liverpool's midfield.
Yeah. Flawless. Would you
No,
swap Man
no.
United's midfield and Liverpool's midfield?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
All right. Anyway, let's.
What do you mean? I don't think your
Obviously,
midfield.
you
Why?
keep-
I don't
obviously you
think
keep-
your mid. Yeah, I'd keep Maino and I like Agate. I don't think your midfield's great. That's what it
Agate
is.
over
Did
McAllister?
did Gravenberch have a great game? Yes, but I'm not looking at him. I think McAllister's a good player. Shabazlai has done okay. I don't think your midfield's great. I don't let one game cloud my judgment. You lot played very well in that game, in particular your midfield. Gravenberch thoroughly
we've been playing.
deserved
We've been playing well all season. That's what you.
Yeah,
need
you
to see.
played
What we
well.
saw, we've been doing this. We're doing this
apart from the Ipswich first half, you've played
apart from
very
the
well this
first
season.
half,
And it's not, and you're the better side. I predicted you lot to finish third in the league anyway. But yeah, I wouldn't swap our midfield for us. Because as bad as it was in that game, I understand the lack of system also doesn't help with these guys. Because our midfield wasn't a talking point in the first 2 games like that. But when it happens in a game of this magnitude and you get embarrassed and you lose in that fashion, of course people are going to discuss it. Like, Casemiro's woeful. Yeah, go on.
I just see it as like, it's like, you man used to get the longest things about, like the longest things. Now I'm seeing you man call 5s, 8s and that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is with you, man. I have to reiterate about standards in Manchester United right now. You know what I'm saying? One of your biggest celebrations is stopping Liverpool from winning the league. How many times have them? How many times as rival fans you man hear Man United talk about stopping?
You know when
Liverpool?
I realized the standards are gone, even like in your stadium, yeah. When Martinez did that bicycle kick attempt at 3-0 down, and the crowd was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Brother, you're 3-0 down. What the fuck are you applauding?" Bro?
You know, in a cup tie, in a cup tie, like let's say if Bradford went to the Emirates and they saw one half,
and then like they got that chance, and literally that's what it was like, bro.
Yeah, that's it, bro. And you need to understand off the ball, like people need to let Kobe Mainoo just develop by himself. You know what I'm saying? All these comparisons need to stop now. You know what I'm saying? Off the ball, he's crap. He is a supreme footballer, technically gifted to the next level. Absolute bad man. But off the ball, he's crap. Like, you know, and with less help and no system, it's crap. Maybe with a better system, we'll see a better Kobe Mainoo off the ball. But as it stands, off the ball, he's crap. Let's keep it a buck.
Nah, he's not, but we move.
All right. Well, you know,
that's why man's topping stats in the first game week and that for off the ball stuff, but we move. Is it his
best? I didn't. Well, again, I have eyes in it. I have eyes, and I have eyes too,
and that's why a man got the most interceptions in game week 1. That was one of your midfielders. You'd bring it up. That was Gravenberch.
I wouldn't. I haven't brought up a single stat.
No, but I'm saying if it was Gravenberch.
Well, it wasn't because, bro, we have midfielders who crazy. Gravenberch has been topping stats since the season started. I don't need to bring up Gravenberch's interception stats. I have eyes. He is rolling by himself. He is doing his best Fabinho impression with a hairline, bro.
Well, cool. Well, we know where that ends. But with Mainoo, like I said, is it?
What do you mean? We know where that ends? What do you mean? We know where that ends?
We know where that ends. You know, Gravenberch going forward is not good enough for where you lot are trying to go to. That's
going
what I'm saying.
Well, we don't know that yet.
All right, you don't know that. I'll make the prediction now.
United was supposed to be a big test. You can make all your predictions about what you want to make. As I said, this is where I say like United's maybe not so much you, but when United fans talk about my players, I just find it disrespectful. Why is it? Because at the end of the day, with what you man have to watch, when the way you man pay for depression, I just find it crazy that you man could even talk to me, even look me in the eye, or even mention my players in any sort of light when the players that you have to watch every day do what they do.
Oh, you mean only when it's bad though, but when it's good, you're all for it.
What do you mean?
When it's praise for your players, you're all for it. But when it's criticism, you ain't trying to hear it.
No, if you praise my players,
maybe he's saying it's unfair criticism.
I just did. Well, say that then if it's unfair, but it's not unfair criticism. Gravenberch is not good. This is why these men were crying out for a 6 all summer long. 3 games and all of a sudden they don't need one. Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying. Has Gravenberch played well?
It's not about Gravenberch.
But did they need a 6? Yes. No. Of course they need a 6.
That's why they were crying over Zuba.
Exactly. Hold on. It's not about Gravenberch not being good enough for the long run. It's not about that. It's about Gravenberch also is not the fittest player in terms of he gets his injuries. Last season, he barely played and he still got injuries. He's not injury prone, but he can definitely get an injury or two. It's happened throughout his career. So for me, even if Gravenberch is cooking in the 6, bro, we have eyes and we know that he can get injured. If he gets injured, we're back to McAllister in the 6 again, and we have the same issue going forward. So even if McAllister is cooking in the 6, even if he becomes one of the best 6s in the league, there's no adequate backup or consistent backup. Or if the only consistent backup we have in McAllister, he's being taken out the 8 position and we lose someone there.
You got Endo. If Gravenberch is the guy, you got Endo.
No, Endo's not good enough. So
as backup, you don't think he's good enough?
Huh?
You don't think he's good
And
enough as a
Slot don't
backup?
rate him as well, so that's not really.
No. Scott don't rate him. So this is it.
First,
You know what I'm saying?
first.
As I said, I've been on I've had Gravenberch's stocks a long time. So for me, I'm not surprised at this. This might be a shock to you, Flawless, and you might think he's not good enough going forward. This is no shock to me. Gravenberch has always been a bad man. I just think it's never good enough to have one. And for me,
you need to have two. Well, you lot wanted the first team, or you lot wanted the first team 6. You weren't looking at squad 6. Let's not do this.
Exactly.
You lot were looking at first team 6. And if Zubimendi
Yes.
signs, Gravenberch is on the bench. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. But
Man always
Zubimendi
doing too much.
He's got a point.
Again,
That's all I'm saying, man. Man always do too much.
It's not about doing. It's not about doing.
Always do too much. Man. This is the 7-0 all over again.
You can't run that with me because again, I've been on the Gravenberch train pause for a minute.
No, you
now.
have. I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing whether you rate Gravenberch or not. That's not the discussion.
So for me,
I'm saying you wanted Zubimendi that bad to replace Gravenberch.
Team 6, but yes, but having a first team 6 and having Gravenberch, it gives us a lot more depth.
Absolutely, Gravenberch would have been the depth. He would have been a squad
team.
player. He would have been a squad player. He would have been a squad player.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he probably would have
so
been.
So he's not good enough long term going forward, is what I said initially.
No. But you can play yourself into an 11 and be a long term player. Do I want that? To
Maybe
happen?
Slot's just getting the best out of him too.
Remember, there's
trying
to
win. Yeah, these men are trying to win.
Remember, when certain things don't happen, remember, there are also things called a blessing in disguise. Liverpool wanted to sign Julian Brandt. We ended up signing Mo Salah.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Klopp wanted Brandt, innit? And then it was man.
We wanted Brandt, and we wanted who's the guy from Betis? Turkish looking guy. What's his name?
You wanted Goetze as well.
Fekir. That's his name. Fekir.
Oh, Nabil.
Yeah, Nabil Fekir. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. For me, don't get me wrong, Zubimendi still would have been amazing. I'm not going to sit here and shit on Zubimendi, but I don't know if he puts in that sort of clinic against Man United in his third game in English football. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he does that.
I hear all that, but my point still stands. What I said.
But he's still a better player. But that's
exactly.
That's
all I'm saying.
But as I said, for me, it's worked out better, and it's worked out with us smoking your team again. I'm losing count at this moment in time. And what's worse, you had the cheek to say that Mo Salah doesn't. You said something about how many times he won at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
we said Mo Salah runs at Old Trafford when he runs Old Trafford.
Oh, because you're talking individual. If we're talking, no, I don't have to hold that. If we're talking individual records, yes. How many wins does he have? He has 3 wins in 8. He has 3 wins in 8.
Man United have 2 wins in 13 again. You have 2 wins in 13 against us.
Yeah, that's not the discussion. That's not the discussion, Monts. We talking about, again, you and people doing too much. It's a hot line. It sounds fire, but it makes no sense. That's what it is with this Mo Salah. That's why I let it go.
Before the game,
he runs Old Trafford. Okay, cool. From an individual standpoint, he has 3 wins. He has 3 wins in 8 or 9 games. What are we talking about here? He's lost here more times than he's won. But all of a sudden he runs.
He's lost more times than he's won.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there's draws in there. But
there's draws in there. Okay, but the point is, you don't even have a 50% win rate. Okay, Gary Neville has a better record.
There's 3 draws in there.
Yeah, there's draws in there. Okay,
Gary Neville played in a but you can't really say the Gary Neville thing. Gary Neville played in a Man United side that was clear of Liverpool.
Liverpool are clear of us now.
No, but Salah, when Salah went to Liverpool weren't clear of you.
And he didn't score at the ground for like 3-4 years. It's only since 2021. People don't want to admit that bit. First 3-4 years, he didn't do nothing. And the Gary Neville point I was going to make is Gary Neville probably has a better record at Anfield in that space of time than Salah does at Old Trafford. I'd never say, he owns that stadium. These man doing too much. Talk about the win. Talk about the win, man.
You're talking about a right back.
Salah can't be scoring 15 goals at your ground and saying he don't own your ground, blood. He's got 7 goals. He's got 10 goals in 7 games.
He's got 10 goals.
Not all at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
he's lost.
Bro, at Old Trafford, he has 10 goals in 7 games.
Yeah. Cool. And how many wins does he have in that?
But that's not the point.
Yesterday,
about Salah as an individual.
So he's got 3.
I think he's got 3 wins. I think he's won 3 times.
He scored 2 goals in lockdown, or am I bugging?
Yeah. He scored 2 goals in lockdown. He scored the hat trick.
That's the point I'm making.
Again, remember, he's the only player to score a hat trick since R9, by the way, since R9. Last player to do it before was R9.
Champions League when he done the mad thing.
Yeah. Champions League. Done these man up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, nightmare that game. Well, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Ruined flipping Redondo masterclass.
Yeah. I'm
Literally,
still
bro.
crying over that game now. Lord of mercy.
I loved it.
Different level, yo. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just-
So
but that's the point I'm making on Mo Trafford. The man's got 3 wins in 8. I bet. You know what I'm saying?
It's the goals
You
though,
gotta
isn't it? Like he's
cool. They can have. You know
Yeah,
what?
I mean.
Take the individual records. That's what these men cling on to. That's cool. Take the individual records.
it's not about, bro. It's not about clinging, bro.
Of course it
this
is.
just
It's
extras,
about
bro.
clinging.
This is just extras.
It's about clinging on to individual records because these
No,
wins.
no.
What do
This
they
is
mean?
bro? Flawless. This is extras.
What I'm saying.
This is
How
extras.
do they
We're
win the
here
same
to
way
tell
you spoke about us celebrating? Look at you lot, the way you lot celebrate against us, and we terrible in that. Go do something.
No.
Go do
You
something.
don't, again, Flawless. Again, you don't get to do that today.
Don't get to
because
do
it wasn't
what?
just you. It wasn't just you. I've had
What
to
else
sit
is
here
just
and
me?
listen to rants. I've had to sit here and listen to Saeed. I've had to sit here and listen to Kaz. I've had to
Saying
sit
what?
and listen and look at the.
And
I see that.
and I
By the
get
way,
that.
I see the chat. I see the chat as well. They acted like I was crazy. All summer, I'm having to hear
No.
about signings. I'm
And
having
did
to
I
hear
say-
about all these things.
And did I
So
say anything
now
when
no
you
one
said
gets
any
to
of that?
tell me.
Did I say anything about that when you said all that? No, you was cooking. I didn't say nothing about that. You were spot on. When you was talking about our fan base and the new guy, you were spot. That's why I've not pushed back on any of that. You were spot on in what you said.
There you go.
You were spot. I'm not disputing that, but I'm not gonna let you say everything. But that you're spot on about. But this
Bro,
Mo
as I
Trafford
said,
stuff,
right-
I know celebrated the 0-0 and all that at Anfield. That's too much. I'm not gonna because you lot were supposed to batter us that game. It was pick a number from 4 to 10.
Yes, bro.
That's
And then when you,
yeah,
and
it
when
was.
you lot didn't, and when you lot,
true.
and when you
That's
lot didn't batter us, now it's we celebrating the draw. That's like going into it. That's Floyd Mayweather versus a complete novice. Floyd Mayweather's supposed Floyd Mayweather's supposed to knock out this novice, and it's a draw.
But
And
that
they say they
complete,
celebrate.
that complete novice has 13 prems, and they go on about how they're the
Yeah,
biggest.
don't
team
do
in
that.
the
Yeah,
league.
but again, that's used to. You said it. What we were. We're not that no more. We are.
You're
past-
the
we are
only.
not-
You're
we
one of the
did it.
only
Maybe
ones
it's not a
who-
novice and you just wheeled
I
someone out
know.
of retirement.
Yeah,
Because
like,
and that's why
don't sit here and say you're a novice because you lot are the washed up old. And I'm finally I
Okay,
can
well,
finally say this
washed
about
up.
you, man. I can finally say it. Man
Yeah.
United are the washed up older on the block. You do nothing for the ends, bro.
Facts.
Nothing. Just start a family, fam. Jump
You
off
can't
road
even
and
do
start
that.
a family, fam.
But
Honestly,
that's the-
start a family. Jump
but
off
that's the-
road and start a family and get a job. You man are doing nothing for the block no more. I
But that's the
promise you.
point I'm making in
Nothing
regards
for
to
Be a Dortmund and make some youth
Nothing
players
for
for
the
us. That's
block, fam.
crazy.
You man are dropping, bro. Man are dropping.
I said you're
man
a
are
washed
dropping-
older.
Nah, we still move some weight. We are washed older. We are washed older, but we can still move a little bit of weight.
You
We are
get
the
it.
washed older, but we can still move a little bit of weight. We can still
Yeah,
move
man
a
are
little
trying
bit
to,
of weight.
man are trying
Nah,
to
he's
drop
right.
behind bars at 37, fam.
He's right. He's right. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
shit!
He's right. No,
Doing
no,
up
no.
more to the
right on
mics
that.
at 41, fam.
He's right about that. We are, but we can still move a little bit of weight because of what we
Start
did
a
in the past.
family, bro.
No. We
And
did
they're on
we
an
move
8
weight.
ball at 45 years old.
Nah, more than that because we got FA Cup and League Cup. You know what I'm saying? We got FA Cup and League Cup. Don't do that.
Bruv,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
that's crazy.
Man still going on about that banger that he done on the top of Edmonton Green, fam.
Don't do that.
Oh my days! I am
Don't do that.
done.
Hey, listen,
Oh, shit.
listen. Put the Shambalas away, bro. It's 2024. These men are washed. Absolutely washed. Yeah, sorry,
Shambhala,
man.
bro. Talk about a throwback.
Flawless, you
Yeah,
haven't
that's-
even
that's what it
spoke,
is, man.
blood.
Nah, because Muntz was cooking. That's why I'm going to push back on some things, but most of the issue that is like 95% of what he said is spot on. That's why I didn't push back. The fan base deserved the cooking because they're the ones who gassed this up. Like Muntz said, oh, it was a rude awakening. For most, yes. Was it a rude awakening? No, it wasn't a rude awakening for me. Did I pick us to win? Yes, absolutely. It's Liverpool at home. Fuck them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like all the time. We could play them man tomorrow and I'm still going to predict to win. That's in my DNA. I'm always going to do that against these lot. They're the arch nemesis. But was it a rude awakening? No, because I know where this team's at. I know where this manager's at. I know where these players are at. Despite
I
it.
think, Flawless, deep
Go on.
down, I don't even think it was a crazy rude awakening for some. I think a lot of them are putting
No,
on the
no, it
front.
was.
I think no,
Go on.
obviously. I think certain were putting on a face, bro. I think some of the fans in the chat are putting on a face when they because if you ask them, why are you going to be Liverpool? Why are you going to win on Sunday? Do you know what all I was hearing? Aura. Do you know what I was hearing? It's Old Trafford. Nothing tactical. No individual players.
No,
Nothing
really?
about the manager.
Yeah, it's hope. And
crazy.
that's
It's
where
like,
Like
actually
when
go
we
back
went
and
to
look.
That's
the end of
copium.
last season and they
Yeah.
were like, you lot don't win at Old Trafford. You're gonna
Yeah, like there was
and then we
no.
went there and won.
Yeah, like it was like you know when someone
Someone
goes.
like 3-0, but we won.
That
You know
only
when
works
someone
when
goes,
it's
"Why did
Chelsea
you
and
do that?"
Spurs.
Mhm.
Huh?
You said it only works.
I was saying that
Chelsea
only
and
works
Spurs.
as Chelsea and Spurs.
But
That
it was,
works
but the
for
thing is,
United.
it was hope, and it's like, yeah, is that from that extent? Of course, because I'm going back my team in any big game, especially that one. That's the biggest game on the calendar. So in regards to it, it was a rude awakening for some of the fans. It was a rude awakening because that's why the Old Trafford fans were booing. They booed the substitution. Old Trafford is very, very supportive. It's very, very rare that they boo anybody, any manager, any player. So you know things are getting bad when it gets to that, and that means you are losing the fans. We didn't have to perform the way we did against Fulham, lose to Brighton, lose to Liverpool in embarrassing fashion for me to go. This team's not it. Been screaming it all summer long. Newcastle. Troops asked me on this very show, where do you think Manchester United finished? 7th. Right, that low. Why? Because the team is not good. I've said this. We don't create, we don't score. In regards to the actual game itself, we'll start with Casemiro, woeful performance. Someone I've backed on this platform, someone I've backed on my platform.
Is he finished now?
And other platforms.
He's finished.
I'm not
He
going
got
to
tugged at
always
half time,
say
blood.
he had to get no. Ten Hag was spot on to take him off at halftime, and I get to that in a second. But is he completely finished? No, I'm not going to go that far. But that performance, I'm hoping was a one-off because that was awful for those 2 goals, especially they're both terrible mistakes. The first one, just take a touch. You don't have to play it like that. First one was
He's
awful.
got so much time. I don't understand why he plays it.
I don't
first
get
time.
why he's rushed. I have
Even
no
when he
idea
played it to
either.
Mano's not even looking.
Yeah, I don't know why he's played that. The second one, again, just be aware. And I've seen him do that and either get the foul or play the pass of see Diaz on his way, and you just don't get your body across. So I'm going to be watching him very closely in regards to the next few games and the next big game we play against a good opponent, see who it does. But absolutely horrific performance. And I thought we was okay. Like I say before, we gift, and that's what annoyed me about the game is Liverpool didn't even have to play well to beat us. And that was very telling last year as well, not against Liverpool, but in general, where teams did not have to be at their best to beat us. And we just rolled over. They had the disallowed goal. Outside of their 2 goals, they didn't create nothing. We was fine. We was in the game. With Liverpool the better side, yes. But we was fine in the game. And then once they scored the 2 goals, what annoyed me the most was the team gave up. Unforgivable. Old Trafford and the team gave up. And then when you're looking at the manager to do something to change it, he does nothing. No plan B. It was like for like. Was it the right move to the Casemiro thing getting taken off? Was it the right move to take Casemiro off? Absolutely. Was it right to put Collier on? I hear it. That makes sense. Or Ericsson. But change something else. System. Don't go just like for like. Make 2 changes. Make 3 changes. Try and impact the game. The game, you could clearly see in that first half, we were not getting back into the game with that system and the way we was playing. So you either go more defensive or more pragmatic, or you just go for him in offensive. But we didn't even try back to the boxing analogies. We didn't even try and win the fight. We're down on the scorecards. It's round 10 and we've lost the first 9 rounds. And we're not even attempting to knock them out. All right, we don't have punching power, but at least attempt to go for it. At least do something. Make it uncomfortable. And we just didn't do that to the point where Van Dijk's coming out saying it was easy. Salah's coming out saying it was easy. That tells you all you need to know. Defensively, like I said, woeful. Onana, who I mentioned on this pod, again, back to this, a lot of stuff has happened on this pod when you've asked me questions, when you said, who would you get rid of? And you said pretty much the whole team. Now people are understanding why I said pretty much the whole team. Why this Newcastle and Ineos and Ratcliffe's going to do this and Barada's going to do this and Ashworth's going to do this and Wilcox and Ten Hag's not coaching and you got Rude and Hack doing the tactics. Where was all that? It's the exact same. What we're talking about here is a myth. His team is not very good and the manager's not very good. We don't have the players to cover for the weaknesses of the manager, and we don't have a manager to cover for the weaknesses of the player, despite having a good window. That's one thing I will say is we had a good window, incomings and outgoings, but because we are so far behind, it still wasn't enough to catch up. And in particular, the forward area, which I've been screaming about all summer long, loud into this microphone. Why are we doing anything? We're not creating, we're not scoring. Because even if Casemiro doesn't make those mistakes and we defend well for the whole game, where are we scoring? The Xerxes should have scored the second chance, the volley, should have scored that. The header was tough because he had to generate the power, but should have scored that. But we're splitting hairs here. Xerxes shot from outside the box, the Maserati shot from outside the box. Wings, both wings, nothing. Why Diallo got dropped, I have no idea. That's 10 hard for you. Our player of the month, our best attacker, clear as day in terms of talent, and you've seen the impact he had coming off the bench. Garnacho, no good starting. Limited as it is, but he's better off the bench. Rashford, how he stayed on for the whole 90 minutes, I don't know. And that was the crowd booing that substitution. Captain Fantastic, who we gave a new deal to. Got rid of Varane because we're trying to save money. Casemiro doesn't deserve all this money. We gave him a new deal. Not even shocked by his performance. I forgot he was playing. And people will say, oh, Flawless, you're negative and all this rubbish. And then we put in performances. Why are you so critical of the captain? Why are you so... Bruno, that's a typical Bruno performance in a big game. Scratch that. That's a typical Bruno performance in general. He ain't played well. He ain't played well yet. And this whole goals and assists thing's a myth. And he's been piss poor. So that's why when Mons talks about, even a scapegoat thing, these managers not good enough. That's what it is. The Lit was decent. I thought it was good to see the Lit start. Martinez wasn't high as well. Yeah, Martinez wasn't high. Good movement, great ball from Salah. 2 pieces of quality for Salah for their 2 first.
Why is he marking space?
Absolute quality. Because I don't think he thinks Salah can make that pass. And he's worried about Diaz going towards the goal. Should he have done better? Yeah, but sometimes I just...
Because he looks at him 2 times and he knows
he looks at him, but he doesn't think Salah can make that pass. And you know what? Sometimes I just give credit.
But shouldn't he have gone in that position? His first thought should be to, you know what, I got to go man for man.
I hear that.
Because
you're not wrong.
You're not going to score from space. The player's going to score.
Yeah, but I think he's for, and give Diaz credit for movement. Diaz is going to go towards the goal. And Diaz is checked. And sometimes, like I said, as much as I'm critical of us defensively, I just give credit to the attacker. That's a quality ball. That's a quality ball from Salah. Like if Salah does, and it's a great finish as well. In regards to the 3rd goal, Maino gets caught on the ball. That's going to happen playing if you're trying to play.
Do you know what? I felt sorry for Maino because there was I think there was about 5 players ahead of the ball and he was playing back to his goal. So it's difficult for him because you understand, he don't have an option. You get me?
No. And he's got a man on him, and then we lose it. And then Onana, who's just, again, not good enough, doesn't excel at anything as a goalkeeper. And then you've got just incompetence off the pitch from Ineos. Like I say, our fan base, this is the same fan base that wrote a letter to our owners to keep this manager. Now I'm saying people are turning and want the manager out, or what was ever going to change? It's the same manager with pretty much the same players. What are we doing here? It's going to be a long season. I've said it all summer long. Manchester United fans strap in long season. When I was quote unquote getting cooked, you know what I'm saying, for saying who's scoring our goals. Now that's changed. People talking about 90 goals,
85 goals,
85 goals, 80 goals. You was there, Lewis. It happened on your channel. It's happened here, happened on Lewis's channel, happened on Saeed's channel, happened on Rance's channel, happened on my own channel. Every platform I've been on all summer long. When I said, how many goals are we scoring? Now all of a sudden them numbers dwindled. I asked it on the Yardman show yesterday. Notice how a lot of them people who said them big numbers are not there, and the numbers changed. One man said we ain't scored. What was the quote? I even put it out and was like, what did he say? We're scoring less goals than WWE has WrestleManias. I was like, you might be onto something. You know what I'm saying? We are not getting goals. We're not. It's peak. And people don't realize
that's
how bad it is.
Possible, you know, because we had that 38 goal season.
Yeah, definitely and there's only been 41.
Yeah, it's 40.
Yeah,
it's going to be because
40,
we checked
40.
it. And then you got this manager who just offers nothing. Don't give us anything. You know what I'm saying? Kaneki was spitting when he said he'd jump over a glass wall to see what's on the other side.
Kaneki yesterday,
you know
bro.
He was cooking.
Man said 2 brain cells both fighting for 3rd, bro. That's crazy.
Man said man will jump over a glass wall to see what is on the other side. Man said, what else did he say? Yeah, he was on one. Man said, what else did he say? It was, what was the bar now? He's like, yeah, if you tell me to explain Ten Hag's tactics or fly a concrete kite, I'll fly the kite. Alex was like, yeah, it'll fly. I'm like, yo, these men are taking liberties.
Wait, look at this man's position. Sorry,
it's awful. No, that's what it is.
Oh my goodness. It's like Sanchez for the 2nd goal against City.
Whoa.
Yeah, bro, it's a joke.
Absolute joke thing, just from top to bottom. But like I say, and I have zero faith in Ineos. Even people saying,
I was going to say that's the next question. Do you think they'll get rid of Ten Hag or stick with him?
I think they'll stick with him
because this is the thing now. If they sack him, and they bring in a new manager, this is Ten Hag's full squad.
Yeah, but the squad is not that bad. The squad
if
isn't
the
this
new manager
bad.
doesn't want some of these players, this is problem.
He's got to work with it. He's got to work with it. That's what it is. Because this squad, work with what you have until you get what you want. Dress for the body you want. I mean, dress for the body you have until you lose weight. That's what we have to do, and the new manager would have to do in this situation. I give them full credit. No, actually, I tell a lie, full credit. I'd be super surprised but impressed and go, okay, at least you lot have rectified the mistake early. Don't let this linger on. Like there's the pictures of Jim Ratcliffe with his picture with his his face,
Head in his
in his
hands.
hands. Yeah. And Barad is there and all. But you lot seen all this last season. That's the crazy part. You man took over in February. Scratch that. You man have TVs and watch the Premier League. You seen his entire reign. What are we doing? We seen his entire what we won an FA Cup and that clouded everything. So I don't even trust these man to go and get the next manager. I don't trust these man. I said go get the Flick's there. Well, he's gone, but Flick at the time was there. Ruben Amorim was there. I would have took the Zerbi. Anyone bar this manager. Just to give us because as much as I don't rate these players, they're better than that. They're better than that. We finished top 4 with a worse squad 2 seasons ago. And we've won 2 trophies in those 2 years. So the squad is definitely capable of more. Premier League and Champions League, absolutely not. But the domestic cups in Europe, absolutely we can. Absolutely. But people will call me well, I'm saying people ain't calling me negative now, but I was negative all summer. Not everybody I'm talking, you know if you called me negative.
You don't stand up for the club enough.
Yeah. I know this rubbish, so I don't read comments, and now them same people will be crying about the manager and be shocked about the players, and it's like this team's not very good. I'm sorry to break it to you, and I've been saying this. And Agate, and shout out to Sheik because he said it on the watch along early in the game. It was like 5 minutes in. He was like, "Flawless, this is all we've got, you know." I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "This is our team for the season." I was like, "You're right." And got Agate in there, and that's it. Maybe a Euro, even though, like I said, I thought Delit played well, but there's no game changers from an offensive standpoint, which is the worst part. You can set up defensively at cohesive. That's much easier to manage. Scoring goals. We in 3 games, we have created next to nothing. 4 hours of, what is it? 4 hours, 4.5 hours of football? 4.5 hours of football. And I can count on one hand the amount of chances we created where you go. Yeah. How many games have we attacked as a unit? Can we say in these games, Manchester United have attacked well? None. 0 in 3 games, and we played 3 different teams.
Have better shape.
Yeah, and Fulham and Brighton, Brighton conceded a last-minute goal. It's like, I'm disappointed about that. It can happen. We should have got out there with a draw. Fulham, cool, limited them. Liverpool, one of the better teams in the league, battered us, and rightfully so. I don't like the fact that we gave up. That annoys me, but here we are. But hey, I'm saying United roll to 85 goals, man. Top 3, top 4, and all this rubbish. Yeah. Word to Roy Keane, do me a favor.
Big up Sing G, my brother. He says, yes, Trooper. Tiffany settings, flawless. Yeah, wallad.
Big up Sing G, man.
Yeah, this perfect moment, blood. You understand?
Big up Sing G.
We got Sing one more time. He says, United spend and have manager in 3rd season. Shit. Big up Cootie, my dog. Says, flawless. Again, your club is now Mo Salah FC. He owns Man United. Change of the stadium. Mo transferred stadium. Mo transferred. You know.
Hey, Manchester United be his third best accolade. That man at Liverpool, but we move. Go on, as you were.
Big up Jack, my G. He says, why is Mons acting like he won the league? Low. They beat a washed United squad.
Don't do that, Jack.
So why was the verbal? So why was there so much verbal before the game then?
Yeah, let him talk. He won, man. Let him talk.
Thank you for the super chat.
Nah, he won.
Big up Comical Ali, my G. He says Eric Ten Hag is eat, sleep, repeat mode. Jim Rats reaction.
Kept him. You kept him. That's the crazy. I'm not hearing that. Not from you, Comical Ali, but they kept him. They had more analysis than us. Not only do they can watch the game live, they can go back and watch the game in depth. They're there day in, day out. You have all the analysis in the world from a stats perspective. You have all the tech in the world to watch games. You can watch everything, and they kept him. And people told me I was crazy. Wait till he gets sacked, and I'll go back to that tweet. I was saying, wait till I go back to that tweet of when we kept him. But all right, cool.
Big up Uber7, my G. He says, troops, I proper loved when you gave Lissandro and his skunk trim a mouthful when he cowardly booted Szoboszlai. Virgil like, try that on me, you rat. Bro, he knew who to go for, blood. You get me? You would have you knew he weren't trying to clamp Gravenberch on one of them, blood. You get me? You try to pick on Liko Szoboszlai.
You're supposed to like 6'2".
Nah, but he looked at Graven.
Szoboszlai's as tall as Gravenberch. They're the same height.
Nah, but Gravenberch probably looks a bit more scary than Szoboszlai, blood.
I'm cool with that. You got get on
Someone's
with
like
it, man.
looks like you're seeing him at a Coldplay a concert. You get me?
It's United
You hear
Liverpool
that?
game.
You hear that?
You know what I mean? Like,
So United Liverpool
I
game.
can see him at a 50 Cent concert. If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done with his accent, blood. You get me? With a snapback back to front, blood. Trust me.
Yo,
Big up
United
Kurt
Liverpool,
Chaos.
man. Player got
My
cooked.
G, he says Eric Ten Hag reminds me of Borat. He's nice and look at his team and says, "This is my sister, number one of all of Kazakhstan."
Big up Chaos.
Oh god.
Big up AAK. He says Rondo's at the 60th minute in enemy territory is crazy.
Insanity.
But back the manager,
Insanity.
AAK. Back the manager.
Insanity, bro.
Big up Royal USG. He says, I'd be depressed if Eric Ten Hag was my manager. I'd be real.
Long past depression, fully acceptance in the 5 stages of grief.
These man pay for depression. Been saying it.
Five stages of grief, man's been at acceptance. I wrote the season off. He was like, why could you write the season off? Look at the manager and look at the team. See you lot in 2025, 26. So
But the thing is, you lot will win the next game and everything will be back to normal. That's crazy.
and I can look at the game in isolation and go happy for 3 points, any good performances or however good the individual performances were, but the overlying problems are still there. They're still like they don't just disappear and they won't disappear until this manager's gone.
I said this after the Fulham game.
Like, they won't disappear. Nah, they won't disappear.
Big up Uber7. He says, Kobe Mano, good baller, but his pace is a worry. He looks like he has water in his boots every time he tries to run fast. Made Timocus look like Mbappe.
He's one of them. He's just never going to look quick because of his running style. When you have a languid running style,
he's not quick.
He's not quick. He's not. I'm not saying he's quick, but he's not slow. That's the point.
I think he's in between slow and medium. So
yeah, he's like medium. Like for instance,
he's not medium.
He got like 68 pace on paper.
No, people think Garnacho's rapid and he's not. Running style is a thing for people. When you have a running, it's your running style.
No, Garnacho's explosive. He's explosive.
He's not. He has a little bit of acceleration. So
yes, I mean, he's explosive.
Over the first 10 yards.
His maintained sprint speed isn't like
explosive is too far, man. Mbappe is explosive. And
but you saying Kobe Manu is not slow is too far.
No, he's not slow. He's medium paced.
No, he's not. No,
he's medium. He's medium.
He runs with a parachute on his back.
He's medium paced. Again, it's because of the running style.
No. People run on the ball faster than Kobe Manu runs off the ball.
You just don't want, like I said, man. Like I've said it already about the stats and things he gets, but we move. I don't think he's slow.
They got Uber7 again. He says, out of Liverpool's 23 most recent goals scored against Man United, Mo Salah has scored or assisted 74%, 17 goals from 23. Rah. Not Mo Trafford, Mo Glazer owns it all.
Oh.
Yeah, cool. And he has 3 wins in 8 here. All right, cool.
Big up Donny. He says, to say United midfield is better than Liverpool shows zero ball knowledge. United midfield that can't win 0 battles versus a midfield that challenged.
One midfield challenged for what?
He's talking about Liverpool's midfield.
No, but he said versus a midfield that challenged. For
Premier League
last season, isn't it? But they fell off.
But Gravenberch went in there. But all right, first.
Big up LFC Sai, my brother. He says that's a tough loss for Man United fans, but hey, at least they're consistent. They can always deliver 3 points to Liverpool whenever they play.
That's why you lot didn't beat us last season, but first.
Gets glorified the same way. Glorifying draws 24/7.
Big up Brian Lopez.
Because you were supposed to batter us, that's why. Let's not do that. You were supposed to batter us. Pick a number between 4 and 10 was all the conversation. So when it's 0-0, that's not our fault. That's on you. You lot were supposed to batter us. Look who was playing in that game. We had all players missing. We had McTominay, Johnny Evans.
Don't like 30-something shots or something.
Like that's on you lot. Like don't, because you lot can't finish your dinner. Had Haaland up top, Rashford, and I think it was Garnacho playing. No. Let's not do that. Because if you would have beat us 5-6-0, it would have got added into the always beat you lot. You lot fluffed the bed, man.
Big up Brian Lopez. He says, question for all you guys: who were you more worried to play against, Messi or CR7?
Can't lie, we had a good record against both. I don't know.
barely played against Ronaldo for United. We only played against him, I think, Real Madrid.
I'll
once.
probably say Messi only because we didn't play against Ronaldo at Madrid.
Yeah, Messi.
only United.
We didn't.
I mean,
we
we've done up.
We was always playing fucking Barca.
We've done up Barca. We did do up Barca, but Messi, you see that free kick he scored against us, yeah. You see a thing of beauty in it, like genuinely. When we lost 3-0, when we lost 3-0 to them, yeah, that free kick,
that was nutty.
Oh my god! Fam.
Well, when we lost 3-0 to them and he scored twice, it's just because we even know.
And you know what it is? I've seen Messi play more. I actually haven't seen Ronaldo play in real life. I've seen Messi play in real life.
Same.
And
different. He is different.
If you have, and it's crap because he's older now, and you won't always get the chance to see him play unless you go over to America or maybe for Argentina in an international tournament. But I just have to say, just please, if you go and watch Messi play in it, if you haven't, please, like you just have to see it, man. I can't.
Quick
don't get me wrong.
Decision making, quick turns, everything's just correct.
Unfortunately, I've never seen him play live, man. I've seen Ronaldo a few times, but never seen Messi play live.
Yeah, like you just have to. It's hard to even put it into words, man. He's that good.
Before we move, big up Donny. He says, "So who would you rate in your midfield? Because I heard you're not a Bruno fan." Big up Donny, my dog.
Meno, Agate, Casemiro. I rate those three. That was the question was, for those that don't know, was would you swap their midfield for us? No. That's what it is. I know it pains some people to say that because they just beat us 3-0 and their midfield did ours over, but don't change it, no. I've seen worse Liverpool midfields beat our best midfields, and I wouldn't trade it then. What are we talking about? Let's go do your research. These men had scrubs in their midfield like Leonardson. That man did us over at times. Danny Murphy and that. But I trade that, no. So I'm not moving my stance on this.
Arsenal. Yeah, heads were lost. You get me? Yeah, I lost my head still. I can't lie, blood. I tried to keep the composure, and then I just started thinking of Moreno sitting there in the crowd with his sling on his arm. Rice suspended. Odegaard substituted with a knock. Timber substituted with a knock.
You got Raz though.
Need to find out what is happening with Timber and Odegaard. They should be fit for the North London derby. You get me? But drop points early on. We are the first to blink in the title race, blood. You get me? We are the first to blink. And for me, the red card was very harsh. You get me? There's minimal contact with Rice and the ball. The ball is rolling as well, so he can't take the free kick. Was it even a free kick as well, blood? You get me? In the first instance, João Pedro booted the ball away, miles away, like literally from halfway line to the fucking corner flag, blood, and nothing was done about it, blood. You get me? I said before the watch along, this piece of shit referee is dodgy, and he proceeded to do absolute fuckery, blood. You get me? And even though Rice got sent off, we have to be honest over here, blood, like we usually are. We still should have won that game, blood. You get me? Because
you do agree it should have been a second yellow, right?
This is my real one, Troops. Real one.
It should have been a second yellow, and yeah. I've said it already that it's like letter of the law. It's a second yellow, but Veltman cannot get away with booting the ball at Rice like that, blood. You get me?
He barely even touched the ball. I'm not gonna lie, and
it's a catastrophe, blood. And do you know what? Yeah. Some people actually were like, you know what, Arsenal, you can't even really like get on the fans when they're saying that, yo, man got robbed, blood. You get me? Because we did get robbed, and when I say we got robbed playing 11 against 11. We didn't get robbed for the victory. You get me? We got robbed playing 11 against 11. We still should have won that game, blood, because the defending from fucking Gabriel and Saliba letting I think it was Welbs get in between them was fucking disgraceful, bro. You get me? People are trying to blame Raya, but then If you actually look
Nah,
at the shot,
bro, that was a good. I think still that was a good.
bro,
save
it was a
because
good
comes at
save,
him
bro.
mad
Because
quick, bro.
he
It
nearly
comes at him
even got
mad
the
quick.
fucking. He even nearly saved Pedro's on with his
Yeah,
feet,
it
bro.
literally
Like
went under
his
him. It went
reaction,
under.
it went
More like
under,
just the
bro.
gap
So
between both centre
Yeah.
backs.
Yeah,
And I feel
bro,
like
I have
partly he
no-
doesn't even
like-
go and track João Pedro.
you get me? I have no issue with fucking Raya, bro. You get me? My issue is with fucking Gabriel and
He even
Saliba,
makes the
especially
save on the
Gabriel
line.
letting him get around that. Bro, how the fuck is he getting a shot off there, bro? You get me? Then Havertz, why I've said we need a striker, blood. Yeah, this is why I've said that Bukayo, my dog, you're not world class though, blood. You get me? You're not there yet, blood. Do you understand? Because a proper striker takes that Havertz chance, blood. Yeah, that touch was absolutely
I don't-
majestic, bro.
certain-
The
but
way
the-
he spun him and then got in front of him,
Oh, the
I
solid
was
touch.
literally
Yeah.
like, bro, you've done everything, bro. Now dink the keeper. Do you understand? We saw
Yeah.
Haaland.
It was a good
go
save
through
though. It was
the
a
game.
very good.
No, fuck all that, bro. He made the
it
wrong
was a
decision,
good
bro.
save.
We
No,
saw
no.
Haaland go through on the
It
Sunday.
was a decent. It was a
We
decent
saw
save.
Haaland go through.
What I'll give to Shitverts too is that he
on
did
the
have a
Sunday,
defender on him
later
too.
on the Saturday, we see Haaland go through,
Yeah.
and Haaland made the right decision. He dinks the keeper, bro. He dinks Fabianski. Right there, you do the opposite what the keeper does. The keeper goes down, pause, you dink him. The keeper stays
Yeah,
up,
of course.
you slot it, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? The keeper's
But
going down.
two things can be true. But two things can be true. It can be a good save and the finish can
Nah,
have
it's not
been
a good
better.
save, bro. He made the wrong
It's-
decision,
it's
bro.
Straight
He made the wrong
No,
decision.
no, no. It wasn't straight at him, bro.
No,
Go and
it was straight at him, bro. It's straight at him,
Saving
bro.
it.
I thought he did have a
Bro, he does the
defender on
splits
him.
and
as
saves it
well.
with his foot. He does the
Wasn't
splits
a
and
good
saves it with
save.
his
Saved
foot.
it with his
I'll go
fucking
and get the
left
image.
foot.
I'll get the free
Wasn't
stream
a
if I
good
need
save,
to.
bro. He went to go across
I'll
him.
go and get the free stream if I need
All he did
I'll get the
was
free
stick his
Havertz,
foot out.
defense league over there, man.
It wasn't a
Let
good
me
save.
get the
Simple
free-
as
let me
I
get
hear it.
Let that have been Martinelli.
Bro,
Let that have been Martinelli.
No, no,
No,
I'm
mad.
not-
Troops is
I'm
going
not-
against
I'm not-
Havertz on this one.
Yeah.
This is a
I'm not on the
mad
lion thing.
turn.
Straight
I'm
at him, bro.
not on the
Yeah.
lion thing.
It was
I'm
straight
not on
at
the
him,
line
bro.
thing.
Yeah. But Kyle Saka,
I'm
he
not on the
has
line
to
thing.
finish his chance as well, blood. Yeah. You have to take
Get
that
out
Yeah,
by
chance.
that
who?
was the
Get
bigger
out
one,
by
if
who?
That
anything.
ball from
Who was this
Havertz
start by?
was another exquisite ball, blood. Another
Thank you.
precision
Havertz had
ball,
a-
blood.
He was fine
Yeah?
today. He was
Boom.
fine that game.
Yeah. And then Saka, you're fucking about, blood. You understand? But then Saka in the first half.
Yeah, whoever
causing
number
all the problems.
29 is, they did a good job
was
on Havertz
causing
for that
all the
goal.
problems
I mean, for
in
that
the
save.
first half, blood. You get me? It was all Saka. It was all Havertz. Odegaard was piss poor, blood. You get me? He should have scored a goal as well. He took it wrong. He made the wrong decision. He should have gone with his head. He tried to flip and volley it in. He should have gone with his head. You get me? Like, bro, we have like fucked ourselves, blood. You get me? We shot ourselves in the foot. You understand? To win this league title, we have to win every game at home, blood. Yeah? We have to win every game at home. We can't be slipping up to Brighton at home, blood. You understand? After taking the lead, the chances we created, the first half chances as well.
I'm not on the
Bro,
line, man.
we cannot be
Man, them.
taking these things, blood. Yeah?
This is why I said I'm not on the line man thing. I'm not on the line man thing. When it focuses, look at the fucking ball is, bro. He does
Bro,
that.
it's
He's
straight
not
at him, bro. Look where the keeper is,
He's
blood.
not
It's straight
straight
at him,
at
bro.
him.
What the fuck are you
That
on
is
about,
not-
blood?
Look where
What are you on
It's
about?
not even about either of that though.
Straight
I
at
think
him,
the
bro.
defender's
Just
got
go
a
in,
decent
just
straight
shot.
at him.
Bro,
Straight
bro,
at him.
it's not
He's
even
lying.
guys.
He's
It's not even
foot.
about
He's lying.
either one of that. It's about the
Right,
If
defender.
Raya,
He
hold
goes
on,
for
no, stop
pressure.
this. If Raya makes that save,
Straight at him.
if Raya makes that
That's
save,
straight at him.
no one's saying that's straight at him.
him.
We
That's
just
straight
said
at
the
him.
Raya. We just said the
That's
Raya
straight
save was
at
a
him.
good save. Was a good save, and now we're looking at that and saying that's straight at him. What we
Saying
doing?
that.
You man, I can't even believe I'm doing this.
There's
I
nothing
can't
on
even
the
believe
shot.
I'm doing this. The defender did his
Raya
job.
the Raya save, yeah. The Raya save had power on the shot, blood. There's no power on
Actually, you
Havertz.
know what? I ain't even dying on this hill. I don't care about that.
There's
shit,
no
bro.
power
Yeah,
on
bro, fuck
Havertz's
it.
shot, bro. There's no power at all on the shot, bro. He has to score
Well,
that,
you gotta
blood.
go back and
Yeah,
watch it,
if
bro.
that was Martinelli, you might be chatting the most fucking
Yeah,
shit.
he
blood.
was, that's why
Shut
I
the
said
fuck
it was
up,
mad.
blood. Yeah,
He's already
Shut the fuck
shit.
up, blood.
Because-
Big
because-
man
because
thing.
he's already
Shut the
crap.
fuck up, bro. Because you got this fucking love for Havertz, you fucking dickhead. Yeah,
He's
he should have
crap.
scored it, blood.
He's
It's
crap.
simple
That's
as.
why.
He should have
Come
scored
on,
it,
dude.
blood.
What is this?
Simple as. If it was
What
fucking
is this
Martinelli,
timeline?
oh, Martin
Let go,
Kelly,
Lewis.
oh,
Let go.
No, but Havertz already
Now you
scored a
wanna-
goal and he
If
set
you
up
look
Bukayo
at it- If you
Saka.
look at it, man, them. Nah, don't give me that shit, bro. Same energy, blood. Same energy, bro.
Same
You
energy.
should have scored that
You should have scored.
opportunity.
I'm not saying.
Simple
I'm not
as that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with
Hundred
Truth now. Fuck it. Yeah, you should have buried that.
but Chief, you
Weren't
got
a
it
good
wrong.
Oh,
You got it
shit,
wrong.
striker.
I'm not saying he shouldn't
Weren't a
have
good
scored.
effort.
I agree he should have scored. I'm saying I agree he done the hard bit and the finish was a lot easier than the touch that comes over his shoulder. But at the same time, it's also a good save as well.
Nah, it's
I'm just
not,
saying
bro. Because there's
it's
no
just
power
a
on the
brilliant
shot, fam.
save.
There's no power on the shot, fam.
There's no
Where's the
If
power on the shot,
if your
blood?
keeper let that in, you'd be disappointed.
No, you
Exactly.
wouldn't. No,
You'd be
you
disappointed.
wouldn't.
I'd
No,
be
you
disappointed if my
wouldn't.
keeper let that in. Yeah, I
Oh
would. If
my
my keeper let
days.
that in.
I
If the shot
just
went
wanted to
in,
big up the
Hey.
centre back. That's all.
Hey.
Because I like it when
Yeah,
defenders
all
actually
right.
put pressure
I
on
love
forward.
this Havertz
That's
defense, man, innit?
But
Poor
hey,
against Villa.
if you want to
Helps cost
slander
Arsenal
Kai,
the
be
game.
my guest. Go for
I'm
it,
not
bro.
slandering
Go for it.
Kai. I'm saying he should have scored that
He should have
opportunity,
scored.
blood.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not.
Oh, yeah, I'm
slandering.
with you. I'm with you. You
It's
should have
first,
buried it.
because the
Should have
goal
buried it.
he scored was majestic, bro. It was just
Good
like
goal. Good
Palmer's goal,
finish.
blood. It was
Good finish.
fantastic, bro. You understand?
Hey,
So
he
I
was watching
do
some
big him
Palmer
up.
comps before
You
the game.
understand?
Fair play to him.
But this is the reason why I said we need a striker, bro. This is the reason why, blood. You understand? You got these Saudi man coming in now and say, boom, they put a bid in for Trossard. We rejected it. But God forbid, Trossard head turn because of the money.
you didn't do anything in the game anyway, apart from one cross to Odegaard.
No, but I'm saying
But-
that's
but
another
you have
part
no left
of the
left.
strike force gone.
Yeah,
But you
another
got
part-
Sterling.
I hear it's no. I hear it's another part of the strike force.
Sterling?
gone. But listen, but for me, it's
I think up Sterling, innit?
Come on, man.
Marvelly, innit? Big up Sterling, innit? Marvelly, innit?
Man
Yeah,
said,
come on,
you got
man.
Sterling,
I
man
think
said,
you
yeah.
believe in Raz. Come on, all of that. Bars
Man
away.
said,
Sterling.
All of that.
Come on, we're not doing that. Look, the way I see it is, yeah.
Sterling ain't doing
Like,
nothing, blood.
listen, I think you
Our
man are
super
more
top
annoyed.
Sterling. Watch.
Sterling ain't doing nothing, blood.
You man, don't get me wrong. A ref fucked the game in it. We'll call it that. That's definitely a thing. I still think Rice should have been sent off, but at the same time, how you can let João Pedro boot the ball 30 yards and do nothing about it is nonsensical. It's insanity.
Bro, it's one ball.
But months, the reason why the referee allowed that, because I've said it before on this pod, I'll say it again. We know referees are inconsistent.
Yeah,
and
we know. Yeah,
incompetent.
of course. No.
And
No,
we're
but
going
how
to
can
touch
you
on
really-
that in the next
That
section.
doesn't mean we
Because
should-
in the
and bro,
space of like
I
30
don't care
minutes,
about
bro.
Arsenal.
Because they troops, we've
Bro.
seen it many a time
Bro,
before.
yeah,
Go on,
but
man, go on.
Flawless, I'm saying I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care
Yeah.
about Arsenal, bro. I don't give a toss about these man. But what I do give a toss about is the game, innit? The game.
Yeah,
And these
Right.
man are fucking up the game, bro.
oh,
They are
facts.
consistently fucking up the game. The refs at times want to be the main character.
They're fucking up
Like,
our game.
they're fucking it up.
Shout out
And-
to them
and
for
bro,
that, though.
Don't get me
For
wrong.
reals.
It happens to
you, blood.
everyone. It happens to everyone. And on this occasion, it was Arsenal. Unfortunately for you,
It's
man.
always fucking Arsenal about this occasion. It
No,
was
no,
Arsenal.
no.
How many
Again,
times
it
they
is.
fuck man over, blood?
Again, it's
Troops, we still have to
we
talk
got-
about
we
the
got
ref
most
in the
VAR
next
decisions
section.
ruled against us last season, bro. We got the most decisions against us factually, and that's fact. But as I'm saying, I know, and no, don't get me wrong, it does happen to Arsenal a lot. It does. I think it happens to Liverpool as well, quite a lot. But the annoying thing is, I think these officials don't know or don't take into consideration what is on the line at the. And I know it's early in the season, but you got Haaland scoring back-to-back hat tricks, and now Arsenal already trailing. So from an Arsenal perspective, like to go down to 10 men, and don't get me wrong, Rice needs to give his head a wobble. If I'm honest, he needs to give his head a wobble, because if you're on a yellow
That
card,
is it.
if you're on a yellow card, you don't do that. You don't give man an excuse. If you know the officials are shit, you don't give man an excuse to make a shit decision. The way I see it as well. So
And that is
yeah, and-
it.
of course. But
That's
for me,
it.
But despite going down to 10 men, Arsenal
Arsenal were the better
defended
team.
very, very, very well. After the
Yeah.
poor defending for the goal, after that, it was great defending and great goalkeeping from Raya.
Calafiori
Oh,
came on.
But the
He looked-
Havertz
he looked
miss,
good.
and for me, the
But then
Saka
Saka
even
miss.
Odegaard, blood. Odegaard had
Saka
a
miss.
chance to put it on a plate for
Odegaard as well.
Calafiori,
Yeah,
and then
Odegaard,
he
bro.
tries to play some stupid like out of the like fucking
Chirvella.
outside of the ball. I said, bro,
Chirvella.
put your foot through the ball, blood.
But the Saka miss, people will not talk about Saka because he's the star boy and he
I
has that
will, blood.
star boy stuff.
Big up
You will,
Makayo, but how the fuck you
but-
missing that, bro?
but
That's why I say all the time that when man
scoot
say
pass
to
from
me, oh,
the
true,
scoot pass
you
from
say that
Odegaard,
Foden's
he has
world
to do.
class and
Yeah,
Saka's
hold
not,
on.
because if that charge drops to Foden's finishing that, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, of course. Bro, the scoot pass from Odegaard in the first half, Saka should be bending that, or at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
lashing that.
The
He should
volley.
be lashing that.
Yeah,
He should be
Bro.
lashing it, yeah.
he got something like
The ball
didn't
from
even get full contact
Havertz,
on it.
because again, they're not going to talk about the ball from Havertz, but that ball from Havertz was perfect, by the way. People were saying
Perfect,
they were saying it was too far in front of Saka.
No,
it
it was
wasn't.
perfect, bro.
You-
No,
It's where
should've
you want
scored.
it, blood.
Should've scored.
And that's the difference between making contact and actually putting your foot through it. Certain men are just trying to make contact and get what you can on it. Other men are going to meet the ball and actually, you get it, actually put your foot through it and put the ball in the back of the net. At the end of the day, Arsenal had the chances, even with 10 men, with the Kai Havertz chance. You had the chance to win the game. And this is what I said. And unfortunately, it keeps having to drop. It keeps having to drop to Havertz and Saka. Saka got his assist. Havertz got his goal. What happened on the left? There's always a consistent imbalance in Arsenal's play right now. That left-hand side is dross. The only good thing we saw from the left-hand side was the 60-yard ball from Ben White into Trossard and the Trossard cross, which was perfect to Odegaard. Apart from that, for the rest of the game, we saw nothing on the left-hand side. Nothing. Now, obviously, you got to hope maybe Sterling can bring that. Maybe you get it. Gaza.
Gaza.
Maybe we can see Sterling bring that electricity into the left
That
side.
razzle-dazzle, bro.
But unfortunately, Trossard from the off is not good enough, and Martinelli's just crap. So there's nothing. So right now, it looks like it's gonna have to fall on Sterling right now. It has to fall on Sterling, and these men don't have rights for the NLD.
Yeah, they don't.
I
And even out.
Jorginho, I think Jorginho is a baller in it, and I think he's fine. So other man think Jorginho.
But they're saying he might be injured. He might be injured.
Shout out Jorginho.
Is he injured? If
I heard he might be.
If he's injured, then I don't know in it. But Jorginho and Partey might be something the Arsenal fans might not know they might have needed in it. Remember, I said that
It can work. No, I agree with you on that.
Jorginho, when Jorginho plays, the wingers get so much more joy, bro. So much more joy. I understand people say Rice is at 8. The Rice is at 8 defense league, innit? I remember I used to say that. The Rice is at 8 defense league. But for me, Rice going forward, he's good on set pieces, but all he does is carry the ball. I think he's one of the best ball winners in the league. Ball winners. But in terms of when he makes those driving runs, you take that away, and it ain't really, for me, he's not no creative 8 or nothing like that. He ain't an 8, but at the same time, he's not really a lone 6. So it's a weird one, but he's still a very good player. So again, now that he's not there, we're gonna see real through the lines from my guy J2O, bro. Because when J2O plays, you're gonna hear it from me. Martinelli's gonna get more joy. Saka's gonna get more joy. Saka's good enough, so it don't really matter if Saka, because he's good enough either way. But Martinelli will get the ball in more space, through the lines, face up, 1v1 or more. I'm telling you that now. And that's me not saying nothing bad on Martinelli there. I'm telling you, Jorginho is going to put in a performance for me if he gets the right protection with Partey and he doesn't move like an uncle.
If we play Jorginho and Partey at Tottenham Stadium, on the transition, we're finished. Yeah? We are finished. Because Partey's legs have gone and Jorginho has no legs.
So who do you play in then?
So exactly. Who do you play? That's the problem, bro. We're fucked.
Havertz back in the midfield?
Bro, it's probably gonna be Havertz. It's probably gonna be Jorginho.
They put Sterling up top.
I unfortunately I do agree with Muntz in regards to I could see the Jorginho Partey thing working. I really do. I think Jorginho's a good. All jokes
in
aside,
possession, I can see it working.
Bro, Jorginho,
out of possession, it depends on the team.
Jorginho dictate. Like everyone, your teammates are eating. Flawless. How many times we play clubs and you let the guy that you want dictate the ball, bro? It's a different game in real life, in whatever facet of football. If you let your ball player dictate the game, it's at your speed. It's just whether Partey's going to give him the license to do that. And Partey has this thing where he does things like the old Partey, and then he just gets caught on the ball and does something and he looks like he's just off balance. Like he does the uncle thing. It's very weird. So it just depends what Partey you're gonna get.
To be fair, Partey was probably our best player in the midfield. Yes, and on Saturday, you get me. But it didn't really.
Still think he was too slow getting back for the goal.
Way too slow.
He could have got to João Pedro a lot quicker.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. His legs are gone on the transition. Play Jorginho and him. We're fucked.
Nah, that's two different arguments. In possession, I think he'll be good.
Yeah, you got Sarah and Basuma in there, so I hear you. With Sarah and Basuma
I think you should I think if Spurs still have no Van der Ven, I think you should let Spurs have the ball.
I think that should be, I think that'll be the plan anyway, because like them being away, like they're going to have Van der Ven
to cut out
Spurs defensively woeful. You lot will get.
And
they did last time, though, because they scored 2 goals off set pieces and 1 goal off a break.
Yeah.
You lot will score.
It was the crossover ball to Saka.
Yeah.
You lot will score against Spurs because Spurs defensively are woeful. So you lot will get joy, 110%. It's just a question of how you lot defend against them. Trust, you lot will get joy. I can see goals for you lot definitely going.
I'm not worried about us scoring. I'm worried about the flipping midfield battle.
Yeah, if he plays Sarr in there, it could be a long day. If it's Sarr, Basuma, Maddison, I hear what you're saying in regards to the transition.
We'll get overrun.
The mobility in there.
The only good thing is that Tottenham aren't really great going forward. Like they keep trying to make the perfect goal, and you see in games like Leicester, it can get very frustrating. So, I think if you just sit back and try hit them on the break, you probably
Derby, they're a different team. They played us off the park at Emirates last year.
Yeah, they did.
More second half. First half, you're all over them.
Yeah, it was a good game. You know what? That was an enjoyable game, though. Like, I was like, just to watch. I know you obviously are emotionally invested, but like from a neutral perspective, I was like, it was just a genuinely good game. But on the Arsenal Brighton game, people can complain about the refs all they want. I tweeted this, and some Arsenal fans were hella emotional in my mentions. Blame your attackers. If they take their chances, you win the game comfortably. Yes, we can talk about the referees and Rice should not have kicked the ball away. Should not have. You know what these referees are like. They are incompetent. That is the one. If you take one fan from every single club in the Premier League and put them all in one room, the one thing we will all universally agree on is that the referees are awful in the Premier League. That is the one thing.
We have the worst referees in Europe.
Yep.
We argue about everything. We argue about absolutely everything. Yeah, pick it up.
How many referees were there at the Euros this summer?
Bro, the referee had a big part to play in our game too.
1 second.
Yeah, the referees are like, I don't know what's wrong with them. Like, it's like they want to make the game about themselves. They have to be involved in the.
There's just no consistency. There's no consistency, and there's no punishments for lack of consistency. If anything, there's more protection towards referees than that.
My man won't be dropped for this fucking fuckery, for this foolery. We can't even appeal Rice's thing because it's a yellow card. You can't appeal a second yellow card. You can only appeal a straight red card.
No, but even then, Rice did deserve to be sent off. The problem was the lack of consistency throughout the game. That was the bigger issue.
Oh, and we know this, but with
I don't think he deserved to be sent off though, because for me, the ball's rolling. He's not even looking at the ball.
But he's kicked the ball away after decisions got called. Like, that is a yellow card. Don't
give the referee
the consistency.
Don't give the referee an excuse.
Chelsea got a foul. Gay picks up the ball and walks away. Nothing happens.
Yep.
Yeah, because we know these referees are inconsistent.
That's my problem with the Chelsea game. All the fouls and the yellows that we got, cool. I'm not making any questions about that. Fine. Same energy for Palace, and there wasn't the same energy. Kamada is kicking anything with a blue shirt, and he's not getting anything. Will Hughes should have been sent off. Yeah, didn't get sent off after being warned before, got subbed off, and Palace literally improve as soon as he gets taken off the pitch because he's getting burned by Noni all game. The problem's consistency. My problem isn't the decisions he made against us. Well, against us in terms of bookings. Like, Jackson got a yellow for the same thing. The ref blew the whistle. He kept playing on. Blew the whistle again, kept playing on. He got booked. Part of the game. I got no problem with that.
We know we're asking for consistency from inconsistent people and an inconsistent governing body. We know this. Take it out of the referee's hands. Havertz, score your chance.
Is it corruption?
Saka, score your chance.
Because
no, I don't give him too much credit.
No, it's incompetence.
Incompetent.
Is it both?
It's not. They're just incompetent.
Is it biased as well? Because this referee who refereed our game is from the Greater Manchester area. For me,
so what is he, a United fan
or City?
Maybe, but
for me, if you're from Greater Manchester, 9 times out of 10, you're Man United or Man City fan. Let's be real now. Yeah,
most of the refs
not going to be a fucking Stockport fan or a fucking Macclesfield fan. Get me? Let's be real now, blood. Yeah,
I hear that.
It's like if you're from it's like if you're from Liverpool area, you're going to be Liverpool Everton. You're not going to fucking be Tranmere or one of them fucking lower ones. Let's all be honest. For me, if you're from the Greater Manchester area, Arsenal are in a title race with a Greater Manchester team. A Greater Manchester referee should not be taking over that game. Same way, if City play, there shouldn't be a London ref.
I hear that. But okay, for instance, when you lot played, I think it was the last game, when you lot went away at Anfield and Odegaard did the handball, who was the ref that game?
This fucker.
So that's my point. And he gave you a favorable.
But he hates Liverpool more than Arsenal because Greater Manchester.
It depends who he is.
There's more hate towards them than us. So he's going to be okay. Cool. Who's the lesser of the evil?
Maybe. I think you're giving him too much credit, man. They're just incompetent. They've been inconsistent when man's watching from the start of football. I've been watching football since the mid-90s all the way up until 2024. I've heard complaints about referees. Take it out of the referee's hands. Saka, take your chance. Havertz, take your chance. Odegaard, take your chance. This is what I tweeted, and Arsenal fans were talking about the ref. Blame your attackers for not doing their job. Your attackers did not do what they were supposed to, like being in a boxing match, and we know the judges are fugazi. Take it out of the judge's hands and make it clear as day that you will not fight or knock your opponent out. We know what referees are like, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. And until we all come together and band together and do something, and that's all of the football clubs, it's going to continue to happen. And there'll be an inconsistent decision when football's back after the international break, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after. So I blame Rice. Rice don't kick the ball away. And then that doesn't happen. Havertz, take your chance. Saka, take your chance. Odegaard, take your chance. And we're sat here talking about Arsenal 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 win and how the referee was bad.
Is anyone worrying about sitting here about Odegaard, by the way? Odegaard got 1 assist since April and 0 goals. So it's like, is anyone sitting there?
I'll give him a blind. He's playing behind Kai Havertz. I give him a blind.
Fair enough.
You see Odegaard, he'll have these little dips in form, innit? Like where his numbers will drop a little bit for a little while. So probably after the international break, he'll start cooking again. Same thing happened last season. He started off slow, and then September he just went into another gear, blood. So I'm not too worried about it, blood. You get me?
Because right now it's hair flicks and no assists in it. So I just wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Odegaard has been a. One sec. I ain't gonna sit here and say that Odegaard's been playing at his best. I ain't gonna sit here and say Odegaard's been dominating games. Like he hasn't been getting involved in games a lot. Even the Villa game away from home, he wasn't really involved a lot, blood. You get me? So you know what I mean? It's not taken away that he's still a top player, but at the moment, he's just off. He's off form, blood. You get me? So
fair enough. I mean, obviously, you
can't really take him out of the team as well because you sold Smith Rowe. You've got rid of Fabio Vieira. So there's not like another. It's not a thing where you can say, "All right, cool. You know what? We're gonna give him a rest for this game. Bring him on in the second half, but just give him a little rest and just." You can't even do that, blood. He just has to play.
I wouldn't say it's at the point where there's alarm bells. As I said, it's been 3 games. So you give it another 3 games. You've got the NLD. He's got City. 2 very difficult games, and I don't know who you have after that, but I know those are the next 2. So you then probably have to see what happens. But what I would say is that my question is, obviously, you got Haaland scoring back-to-back hat tricks. You know, City 9 out of 9, 7 goals scored, 7 goal difference. Is there more pressure for you guys to go and win at the Etihad now? Now that you've already,
I always said that if we want to win this league title, then we need to go to the Etihad and win, blood. You get me? I'm from an era where when we were winning league titles, it was all them fucking years ago. The only time I'd believe we can win the league title is if we went to OT and won. You get me? And every time we won at OT, 9 times out of 10, we won the league title that year, blood. You get me? Same way if United came to Highbury and won, I kind of knew that, okay, cool. They got the better of us still. They beat us at Highbury. We're not winning this league title this year. We got to look at an FA Cup or something, blood. You get me? For me, the suspension of Rice, going to the North London derby with that, going into the international break with that draw, the mood ain't too good, blood. You get me? You don't want to go into the international break without a win. You get me? And especially having such a big game when you come back, it is techie, bro. You understand? It is techie. So
because I'm looking at your run of games, innit? Because
the run of games is mental. Like it's the away games in the Champions League that land after certain games, blood, where it gets techie, bro. Because that's where we have. I think we got one of them, and then we got you. So look, it's Tottenham, then we got Atalanta away. So Tottenham away, Atalanta away, City away. That's our next 3 games, bro. That's our next 3 games, blood. Yeah. So this team could go left in the next 3
away
games
before you come to the bridge.
Yeah. Then we have
you got Leicester at home, to be fair, but then
we
got
have
PSG.
What is it? Carabao Cup, then Leicester, then PSG home, then Southampton, Bournemouth away, Shakhtar home, then Liverpool home, then Newcastle away, Inter away, Chelsea away,
then Chelsea.
Newcastle before.
Even playing Sporting Lisbon away, and then we go to West Ham away, and then we have United at home, blood. Even there, it's techie, bro. And then you have Fulham away, Monaco home, Everton home. Yeah, we should slap them, blood. But the way that they've slapped them fucking fixtures in the Champions League,
it's looking a bit
nutty. Why I said, this is why I gave the transfer window a 4 out of 10, blood. Yeah, and people were like, "Oh, you're just impulsive, you're immature, you're just saying shit for views." No, I'm not, bro. Actually, look at the situation, look at my squad, look at the games we have to play, and know that, yo, the fixtures are never kind to us, blood. Yeah, we don't have that. We're not that team that get a
To be
kind.
fair, though,
You understand? We're not that
you
team.
got an
bro.
extra day off before that game
That don't
because we'll
fucking
have,
matter,
we'll have
because
Conference League. We got Noah at home.
that don't matter
So,
though, because you man will
Thursday,
play a
Sunday, and all
fucking
that.
you man will play a fucking Z team, bro. Man said they're playing
Fair
Noah's Ark, blood. You understand? You're playing a
Yeah,
bunch of
Noah at
fucking,
home, man.
You're playing a team full of Jehovah Witnesses,
Armenia's
bro.
finest.
It's not that deep, bro. You understand? You're playing man that probably you're playing man. You see how in Sister Act, how the priest and the man they got their flipping. They got the crucifix on deck, bro. That's the man that you're playing, bro. There's nothing to worry about, blood. Do you understand? I have to play a
No,
full.
they did finish
I have to
second in
play
the
a
Armenian
full
league
strong.
last
Forget the
season.
banter now, Lewis, blood. Be serious, bro.
Okay,
I have to play a full strength 11 in every European game, bro. You don't have to do that, blood. Yeah, you will look at it and say, yo, you know what? We're gonna play fucking Mudryk and them bums against Noah's Ark, and then boom, we're gonna pull out pause. We're gonna João Pedro, Neto, all of this fucking shit, blood. You understand? So that's why I gave it.
But an extra day off might help. That's my only point. That is me being
Ain't
serious.
gonna
An
help,
extra day off
yeah?
might help.
It ain't gonna help, blood. It's not gonna help, bro. You understand? It's not gonna help. So you get me? It's this shit could go left quickly.
Yeah, Wednesday, Sunday.
Quickly. This shit could go left dramatically as well, blood, because we lose to fucking Tottenham. We go to Inter now. Confidence is down. Yeah. Then we imagine, God forbid, we lose that. We go to City now, blood. We're on the floor. We're on the fucking floor. We're on our knees, pause. Yeah.
Hey, yo, yeah, you right.
And then Haaland, you see this fucking alien already. How can Haaland be on my screen? Yeah. And then the wife walks in, yeah, and she's like, babe, it looks like FIFA. It looks like Trey. It looks like Trey. Like, this guy's not even real. Like, he just looks like a fucking like an NPC, bro. I'm like, brother, like, I don't know what this is what I'm up against, bro. You get me? And then I've got man telling me,
Cucurella's fault, my bad.
Oh, it was a 7 out of 10 window. 7 out of 10, brother. Are you smoking crack, blood? It is no way more than a 4, blood. You get me?
I was watching your stream back from deadline day. I saw everyone who was trying to cook you during the summer when you went after Edu.
Yeah. Now look.
It's always because you're too early to it. It's the same thing with everyone on content creation.
But man know, blood. Like, man know how this board is. It's not like man just fucking was born at this age, blood. Yeah? It's not like I ain't been around the block, blood. Yeah? And seen the foolery from previous boards, blood. From previous people, bro. I've seen it. And it's the same shit, bro. They leave us always fucking short in the key area, blood. They'll address everything apart from that. Yeah? We got Sesko said he don't want to leave Thing this year. Fucking Leipzig. He wants to stay there one more year. What does Edu do? He doesn't pivot to another striker. He goes and gets fucking Calafiori, a left back.
I'm surprised you lot never tried to like hijack the Osimhen deal for us.
I said that. Even fuck Osimhen, the Tone deal. Man was doing his medical in London. He was doing his medical in London. I repeat, he was doing.
Bro, he was on 30K a week.
London,
and he was
and you man let him blow shisha and then sign the thing. Nah.
He's on 30K a week, you know, before he joined them.
Bro,
that's what confused me about us with the whole Osimhen thing. That brother was never lowering his wage amounts. Cool, leave the saga. Don't drag it to deadline day.
Tone's wages, and he would have been like, you know what, cool. You know what, cool.
I'll stay in London as Arsenal. Yeah.
Stay in London. You're in Champions League. You're big, major chance to stay in the England squad and be a key part of that. You understand? Make you a better player. You get me? Chance to win a trophy. All that blood. Yeah? All that blood. And then you just, you know what? He's in London, but you know what we're going to do, yeah? We're going to get Raheem Bloodclot Sterling. Big up Sterling Gaza with some Marvelly. You get me? Kingston 20.
But that's the loan. You could have got both. That's the loan. You could have got both.
If even the Sterling thing, yeah? If they got Sterling on loan and then brought in a Tone or a Gyökeres, whatever, I'd be fine, bro. I'd be like, yo, this is 8 out of 10 window now, blood, because not only do we have cover for the right and left hand side, we got a striker, blood. Yeah, we got a striker. We got Moreno in. We got Calafiori in. Raya signed up. Boom. Everything that we already have. Boom. Let's go now, blood. You get me? But not doing that, you've left man short, blood. You get me? You can't get rid of Smith Rowe, even though he's shit. Fabio Vieira, Lokonga, these man El Neni, these man are numbers, bro. Do you understand? These man that will actually come off the bench and you get me when you're 2-1 up, 3-1 up, you could throw on an El Neni for 10 minutes, see out the game. You get me? I looked at our bench this weekend. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? You get me? I saw the City bench against fucking West Ham, and then they're still missing Foden. They're still missing fucking Savinho. They're still missing
Rodri.
Bro, I'm looking at it like, brother, and this is what we're up against, bro. And you're telling me, I went through our squad, and I was like, brother, this is not a match-winning squad, bro.
I got the bench.
This is not a this is not a title-winning squad, bro. Do you understand? Our striking options: Trossard, Martinelli, Havertz, Saka. That's it, bro. And now Sterling. That's it. That's not winning you the league, blood. Not winning you the league, bro.
That was the bench.
Look at the bench. Salah, not the real one.
Salah.
Ethan, Lewis Kelly, Tommy Setford. Yeah, blood.
Is that Haaland?
Yeah, that is yeah, I think it is.
Jorginho, Kiwior, Calafiori, Zinchenko, Martinelli. Look, one attacking option, bro. Look, pure defenders, blood.
It's like when we had that Ronnie Stutter brother on the bench.
Pure defenders, bro. Jesus is injured as well. Yeah? You know Partey is going to break down at some point because he can't go the whole season. Yeah? So the midfield is also bare because God forbid Odegaard goes down. Who's going to fucking replace Odegaard, blood? Do you understand? We're going into the North London. People are saying I'm going mad. I'm going mad. Bro, we're going into the North London derby with no Moreno. Yeah? Even though he hasn't played, there's no Moreno option because now Rice was suspended. Moreno would have been perfect.
He played, Moreno would have played.
2 months apparently.
Yeah, pause. A man dropped on top of him. Yeah, man broke him shoulder. So now he's out the way. Yeah. So what's there? Jorginho in 2024.
After all these complaints, is Saliba still better than Van Dijk?
Yes.
Because obviously we've not.
There's no change in that.
We've not conceded a single
one
goal
error don't change that, blood.
And won 12 out of our 14 duels.
One error don't change that, blood. You get me?
Has he ever been better than Van Dijk? No, but it's fine. You can have that. But as I said, he's not better than Van Dijk, and we can see this season. But it's fine.
So who's actually playing? It's going to be Partey, Jorginho, Odegaard.
Partey, Jorginho, Odegaard. That will be the midfield because you can't put Ethan in there.
Oh yeah, Troops. Just quickly as well. Like
you can't put Ethan in there, so it's going to be that's it. And then on the transition, if they play Sarr, Basuma and Maddison, we're finished. We're finished, bro. We're finished. Then what? We're going to the first Champions League game off the back of a defeat. Then we have City the next week after that, away from home as well.
Oh yeah.
With Rodri back for that game.
I hate to be that guy. It's Diaz
with Rodri back for that game, blood. Yeah. Haaland licking down everybody, taking every man's baby mother, everyone's gal. Yeah. No one's safe. Yeah.
Not about us, man.
No one's safe.
Saliba usually locks man up, to be fair, but is Diaz still crap? Because we didn't actually just is Diaz still crap?
I ain't got time for this, blood.
Yeah, man. That's what I thought.
Big up LFC Sai. He says that's rough for Man United fans, but hey, at least they can say they're experts at losing with style. Big up Flawless. Hold that, Ten Hag.
Big up my guy Sai, man. Big up Sai.
Big up Sai every time, man. Big up Donny. He says, so Agate, who's not played a minute, and PSG cast off. Liverpool with World Cup winner, Hungary captain, a young Dutch player who's won a Dutch league.
Yeah, so because Agate's not played a minute, that means that I can't count Agate in our midfield, and he's signed. PSG cast off. All right, but we have a World Cup winner in our side too. We have players who've won the Dutch league too. It's just a reach. If your team that, why are you so concerned about it? If your midfield's that much better than ours, then you should be happy with it. But you know, Donny, you ain't doing that in this season either. But hey, we move.
Excuse me?
You ain't doing shit this season either. What are you winning this season? Premier League.
I think we win a domestic cup. No, I don't like the big two. The thing is, again, there's no base to what you're saying in terms of what you man do. Hold on.
Yeah, there is in terms when I
say whoa. Osimhen going Galatasaray.
Yeah, he's going Galatasaray on loan. Well done. There you are.
Oh, Chelsea.
Oh well.
I thought he didn't want to go on loan.
No.
He's just on his own wages. So
I was hearing V9. I was getting V9s. V9s. Remember, Dom was only on here the other day, you know. It was only the other day.
Deluded
my opinions and my
Remember the
thoughts
other day,
are
blood?
my own.
Man said greasy Don. Deluded Don. You get me?
Greasy.
Bro,
Bro,
Dom,
that's his own
blood.
fault. You better sack that agent because that fat ass agent
Aye.
fee fucked you. Oh well.
Shout out Greasy, man. That is killing me.
Big up
No.
Southpaw. He says, Paul is back again. Come on, my GG. You know the thing. He says, big up, lads. Troops, I'm still rattled about our club. If Kai injured, we have no one. Fuck Edu. But Peanut Head, Liverpool downfall is going to be when Mo goes next year.
Yeah, they said
Yeah,
the
because
downfall was
Salah
going to be
said that
this
he's
year.
bouncing, innit, blood?
You know what's you man
It's
keep
Salah's
saying
last
the
season,
downfall's this year. The downfall's this year. No, the downfall's this year. You keep saying it. You keep saying it to me.
Nah, but I think it is. I think it is. Because Salah said that. You get me? This is his last season,
No.
bro.
I'm saying they said the downfall was going to be this year.
Yeah, I don't think you're downfall. I think you're just at the same level. I think there's no downfall.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying people kept saying.
When
Remember, I'm a Liverpool
when
fan.
Salah
And
leaves,
I have to
I
hear
said
the
that Liverpool will
bullshit.
get third this year.
Remember, I have to hear the bullshit.
Yeah, I
from
said
everyone.
third too.
Nah, I hear you. You're right,
I
man.
have
When
to
you say
hear
that,
the
you have to hear the
bullshit
bullshit
from
because
everyone, not
I've
just
heard
you, man.
people say you're outside the top four, which I think
Yeah,
is crazy.
bro. Bad,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Nah. I said Liverpool third, Villa fourth.
It's crazy, bro.
I think I
Yeah,
said
that's
Villa.
crazy.
I think I said Villa. And Villa look like they're gonna do it, blood. You get me?
This is why I didn't get why people were clowning man about transfers, bro. Still better than you, man. Just leave me alone, man. Just live that.
Big up Lee Slims, my fucking GG. He says, big up the panel. On Arsenal, it's time we hold the players accountable. The ref fucked the situation, but the players fucked the game. Hold the players to a standard and we'll be okay. Come on, you Gunners. I echo them thoughts as well, broski. You get me? Because
Big
I've
up
done
Slims.
said that. The referee robbed us of having 11 men on the pitch, but we still could have won that game after with better defending and, you get me, being more clinical in the final third, blood. Big up Lee Slims every damn time, my GG. Big up CAA Mafia. Says, bring up Arsenal's next 13 games, league done by November. Yeah, the next 13 games, we went through them, blood. It is techie, bro. You get me? The team could go extremely left by my birthday, bro. You get me? And I don't want that, blood. You get me? I want to be in a good mood for my birthday. You understand? Big up Mr. Hussein. Hussein, sorry. He says Martinelli wouldn't even have spun the defender. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. We wouldn't know in it. Big up Mamo. He says, tell Carlton Banks that he is a suki lala, which I checked the meaning of that, which is soak. A soaking person in Australia. It's slang. The guy banned me for saying bring back Poch.
Yeah, I timed him out for a day because he just kept spamming bring back Poch in my chat. Which I mean, I will gladly do it again. Spam shit in my chat, I will block you. There is no democracy with me on my channel. Hold that.
Yeah, see? There's democracy over here, blood. You
There's a dictatorship, bruv.
See? We're democracy. We're for democracy over here, blood. You get me? Big up John Joe. He says the Saudis are signing Robbie as a pet. I don't know what that means, blood. Big up John Joe again. He says Arsenal are Alexander Isaac, away from winning the league.
It'd be a big step.
Whether it's Isaac, whether it's
they still need a midfielder though.
We're one striker away. I do agree with that. Big up the Chelsea man every time. He says Troops already losing his shit early in this season. We are truly back again. Great, isn't it? Yeah. Big up Jack one more time, my brother. He says flawless and Mont's 100% correct. Rice cannot put yourself in that position on a yellow. Now a team leader is out against Spurs. Did Rice own it after? I believe he did own it after because he did come out. He did face the media. A lot of people will hide and just try and, you get me, put out a little Instagram post, which he did. But he came out in the media and said that, you know what? Letter of the law, it was the right decision, but I think it was a bit harsh. And we all agree with that as well, blood. You get me? Big up Lee Slims again. My charge, he says, I seen a tweet saying any team challenging City gets the most unfair red cards. It used to be Liverpool. Now it's Arsenal. Months? Do you hear that? Do you see that?
Is he frozen?
I don't know.
Sorry, go on.
Do you agree with this?
I think it's saying any team challenging City gets the most unfair red cards. It used to be Liverpool, now it's Arsenal. I don't. Last season we got some mad red cards last year, but Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie, the refs, Arsenal and the refs in it. Like, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush of it. It is mad.
Thank you.
It is mad. But
Thank
Liverpool last year, we got some, like the McAllister red card last year, the Van Dijk red card last year, the
Tottenham
Odegaard
away.
handball, Tottenham away, the
fly kick.
Oh my god, thank you. The fly kick on McAllister, the Odegaard handball.
Odegaard playing basketball.
You get it? So yeah, like I think last year for Liverpool was a mad thing, but Arsenal do get the mad decisions as well. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Man United even got a mad fucked red card against us when Darlow was celebrating. A man got a second.
Oh
yellow.
yeah.
That was ludicrous. Like,
Yeah, that was weird.
that was crazy.
That's why I say corruption.
Yeah, like that's
That just
crazy.
looks like
Like,
pure. That's not incompetence. That's just
The
pure
yellow
corruption.
card for Soft with kicking the ball away, though, that happened to us last season with Reece James. I think that was his first yellow card out of 2 against Newcastle.
Yeah,
So again, it's
yeah,
just
I remember that.
consistency at the end of it.
Yeah, I remember that.
there was a few mad decisions last year, so quite a lot.
Big up MF. He says, as a deluded Arsenal fan, Edu is cooking 16 out of 10 transfer window. We win in the league and Champions League. We don't need a striker. We got Killer Kai. We got rid of the entire dead bench, including ESR. Yeah, big up MF every time, blood. That was beautifully trolled, blood. You get me? Big up my brother. You're done now already. Big up Kurt Chaos one more time. He says, this is the same ref that called for Arsenal to be punished for over-celebrating after the late Bournemouth win. Is it? I didn't know that. That I didn't know. Still. Swear down. This little pussy on. I told man he was dodgy from the get-go anyway, blood, and we saw what happened in it. You get me? Fuck Chris Kavanagh. You understand? Lewis, Chelsea won, Palace won. You did more than enough to win the game, bro. You get me? Madueke with couple sitters missed. Maybe a red card should have been given. What's his name? Will Hughes on Cole Palmer, second yellow. I think it should have been still. I think he got away with one, blood. I think you saw straight away he was like shit, blood. You get me? But
They subbed him 2 minutes after.
And then Eze with an absolutely fantastic finish, blood. You get me? But yeah, you lot are just flipping the epitome of inconsistency.
That was just classic Chelsea from years ago. Like I said earlier, like we did enough to win. Goalkeeper was just on a madness. You can see the wonder goal. Struggle to break down a low block and ultimately just leave with a draw. That's basically it. Everything in the first half I have no issues with. I think Noni had probably the worst miss out of everyone in the game, but like even then it was one chance, and everything else I just put down to Henderson just having a man of the match performance. That guy was pissing me off, some of the saves that he was making.
Yeah, every minute the chat was like, another Henderson save, another Henderson save.
We should have been 3-0 going into halftime, but Henderson's on a mad one, and I ain't going to knock a goalkeeper for having a good game. More power to him. Fair enough. I do think taking Will Hughes off changed a lot for them because they brought on Decore, and Decore locked up Palmer the second half. He had a really good performance. Then as soon as they get the equalizer, these men just drop back. They hit us on the break, and then they were a lot more comfortable doing that against us. And I think for us too, we kind of struggled breaking them down a little bit. Yeah, it was definitely felt a little bit more flat, but again, ultimately, I don't even think they had a lot of big chances other than that goal. It's just we couldn't really break them down once they dropped deep. They put 3 or 4 players down on the right-hand side, made it harder for Noni to try and make anything there, which was night and day to the first half, because the first half, he was absolutely flaming Will Hughes. It's just, I think Palace's game management was good second half. We didn't look great second half, but I don't really see a lot of alarm bells, bar maybe Enzo Fernandez. That's like my only real alarm bell. He was the worst player on the pitch yesterday. And it's like, yo, we need to stop playing him so high up the field. I don't get it. I really don't. Because
he's the second manager that's coming and done this now, you know, so they must see something in him. Pause.
Whatever it isn't working, because this guy's passing yesterday was ridiculous. Overhitting, underhitting, overhitting, underhitting. And like the one thing that I'm meant to be assured about with Enzo is the passing. If the weight of pass is going to be a problem, then boy, I don't even know what we're doing with him on the pitch. But here we are. Gusto comes off injured late on in the game, so we have to put Caicedo at right back because we don't have Reece James. I think we ended up pushing Enzo into a centre back position just to let him dictate play a little bit because Palace were barely trying to go forward unless it was on the break. In terms of the defence, Colwill and Fofana had a good game in my eyes. They kept Mateta quiet. Both had good passes that led to big chances and didn't really do anything wrong. I think more Gusto and Cucurella struggled in transition, but even then it was more just them getting beaten in transition. I thought they would come back well and they eventually ended up having good blocks. Ultimately, as a defensive unit, I think we did well and there's not even anything we could do about the goal. It's a really good goal, really good finish. Decore pulls Caicedo out towards the left-hand side. Ball comes back to Eze with yards of space. Brilliant finish. Can't do anything about it. It's just, ultimately, we should have at least got a second in the first half, but Henderson man of the match for me. Henderson man of the match. It's a shame that we dropped 2 points. It really is, but I guess we still have to try and figure out how we're breaking down low blocks. This is the first time that we really properly dealt with one. Wolves, I know they tried it second half, but as soon as they move Ait Nouri from the left into the midfield, like I said in the last pod, Noni had so much space on the right, it weren't even funny. And he was just shooting at will over there. This time, it was a really good defensive setup from Palace, and we just couldn't break them down. But in terms of the attack, I don't really think anybody in the attack had a bad game. Felix came on and he wasn't great. I was going to
say, Felix didn't really make no impact when he came on.
Yeah, he didn't have a good cameo. I'll agree with you on that one. But Jackson, I thought, had a good game. Palmer, I thought, had a good game. Well, until Decore came on, then he was a bit more quiet. Noni, I thought, had a good game. Neto, we didn't really get the ball to him a lot. He had like 22 touches all game. But even then, I thought he was pretty decent and made some good chances when he was on the ball. We just need to see him on the ball a little bit more. But yeah, ultimately, just 2 points dropped. Palace did well in the second half. I want to give credit to them because they did handle the second half really well. Henderson's Henderson, and yeah, that's the game, really.
I need to talk about Enzo Maresca. I need to know why Enzo went in centre back. Bafana was playing out wide, and then Cole Palmer dropped into the 6 when you might needed a goal. If Poch did this, people will be shooting man on the street. So I need to hear about that.
I do want to know why Enzo played the whole 90 because he was the worst player on the pitch. In terms of him dropping deep, if I had to make a guess for it, it was because Palace had dropped further back. Colwill and Fofana can both drive with the ball while Enzo can dictate play, so you drop him a little bit deeper. That's what I think it is. Regardless, I would have rather just seen Enzo get subbed off because deeper or higher up the pitch, he wasn't good. He wasn't good. Felix on the left, lad, I didn't like that. I'd just rather put him in the central and just take Enzo off. We didn't need him when he was constantly giving the ball away. So, yeah. In terms of Caicedo at right back, already said, because for what's his name? Gusto came off injured. We didn't have a right back, so he had to go there. He's done it before at Brighton for a couple games, so I guess it's the easiest opportunity. So, yeah, that's about it, really.
What's going on with Lavia? Is it due to him being out for so long that he's got injured again? Or is it?
No, he's not even injured again because he retweeted something about someone explaining load management, and it's just us protecting him, if anything. He's not injured. Even James is now injured. He could have played the Servette game. It's just, I'm not risking an injury-prone player against Servette on that pitch. So, no, he's not playing. That's just it. It's load management because we've had so many injuries from last season, and we don't want to run the same risk this season. We've got a lot more games than we did last season. We now have Conference League games too.
Do you drop Enzo after the international break? I mean,
Yes.
he's had a very poor start to the season. Is it the armband as well? The extra added pressure?
No. There's nothing, not the armband. It's just he's not been good enough. That's just it. He's just not been good enough the last 3 games. Last season, you had the injury excuses. Cool. I defended you a lot because of that. This season, it's not that. It's not that. Going forward, you haven't been good enough. Defensively, you haven't been good enough. You had a good second half against Wolves, and that's it. That's really it. He's been really underwhelming this season. So for me, Lavia and Caicedo is my pivot. Straight after the international break, I want to see that against Bournemouth. But yeah, ultimately, I don't really have a lot of alarm bells coming out of this game, which I personally see as a positive. Just annoyed that we dropped 2 points. I'm not really annoyed about that because these games can be the difference between top 4 or not. And ultimately, we didn't do enough to get the win. The only thing is that at least defensively, I do see improvements. Going forward, everything was fine until they defended. I think the only thing that I really need to look at is low blocks. That
Lewis.
might be a proper issue
Lewis.
for the coming games.
Lewis. You play Palace at home. Why have you got a monologue? Play Palace
What
at
do you
home.
mean?
You play
Oh, what?
Palace at home.
So I should only explain the game in 20 seconds.
No, I'm just saying you had Palace at home and you beaten them 13 times on the trot.
Yeah. And they
this
were
was
really good in
Poch-
the second half.
If
They were really good in the second half.
I'm not really trying to hear that. Like you played Palace.
Then don't.
at
You can
home.
hit the mute button.
No, bro. Bro, like you can do the cheeky
This
thing.
guy's an
but
idiot, yo.
You beat Palace at home.
This guy's an
Yeah, it
idiot.
wasn't good enough. We should have won. 2 points dropped.
And this is it. Like, why are you so content with that?
Oh my god!
I'm telling you,
actually think we played well for 60 minutes.
if this was
I'm
Poch,
not
I'd be
saying
hearing
I'm
about
content.
bro. If
I'm
this
saying
was
there's
Poch,
not a lot of alarm bells ringing. Like,
if this was Poch, God forbid
if this was Poch, it would have been a 3-1 defeat.
we d-
No.
well, it wouldn't have been because you beat Palace at home, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Under Poch, you beat Palace. So what are we talking about?
That second half would have been much worse.
No, because you probably would have been top. You would have won.
And also, we did beat
Should've
them
been
at
top.
home, but again, with a penalty. In other games, when we beat Sevilla and everything, I hear it's a penalty. So
Now we're talking about penalties. You want me to want to talk about Cole Palmer's GA? People don't want to discount penalties. Listen,
Cole
I'm
Palmer
just
got another
saying-
assist yesterday, but go on.
Bro, Cole Palmer. I didn't say anything about Cole Palmer. I didn't say anything about Cole Palmer.
You
in the
literally
game.
just
I watched
brought up
the game.
Palmer.
No, I'm saying you said it was a penalty that you won by under Poch. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But we're not going to sit here and discount.
And it
penalties.
weren't even Palmer that scored. That was Noni.
Fair enough. But my point is, Lewis, is that you play Palace at home, and this is supposed to be a new Chelsea. We turn the corner FC, on paper FC. You know what I'm saying? You got all
And
these
we were
attackers,
better.
all
We
these
were
players.
much better defensively.
Bro.
Going forward, my problem was only after they conceded.
Yeah.
We struggled to break down their low block.
All right, man. Listen, at the end of the day, I think we're allowing certain things to run that shouldn't run for Chelsea Football Club. You shouldn't be drawing. The bottom line is you should not be drawing to Crystal Palace at home after they are literally your whipping boys. Literally your whipping boys. 13 wins on the bounce. It's even funny because when we done
Yeah,
the
we
score
should have won
predictions,
that game. We should have.
I actually said G-Man was going to drop points just because they called that stat. Whenever someone calls a crazy stat like that, the football gods just go, yeah, you know what? We're gonna do something mad. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is, and Lewis, this isn't you because I know me and you, we have a similar thing where we know the standards right now are a bit crazy in some of the with some of the Chelsea fan base, innit? But
Yeah.
the fact that people are telling me in the chat that I have an agenda against Chelsea when you drew against Crystal Palace at the Bridge, shut the fuck up and give your head a wobble. Honestly, because your standards are with United over there in fucking hell. In hell, bro. Genuinely. Give your head a wobble. You drew to Palace at home. The Chelsea I know would never have that before. The Chelsea I knew, the Chelsea I'm used to, and the way you man talk about Maresca as if he's so much better than Poch, he's on the same points. He's on the same points.
Yes,
give
and
it
I
a
remember
look.
after match
This is
day
not an
3 under
agenda. This is not an
Pochettino,
agenda.
I was
This is not an
scared
agenda.
shitless.
This is not an agenda. This is the truth. And you can say, why do I care about your standards? I don't care about your standards. This is a football pod. This is the football pod.
Do you all
I'm
know
here
the
to give my
differences?
opinion on your club,
Let me
because this is-
explain
this
the
is the
difference
Chelsea
to you.
segment.
Match
No,
day
honestly.
3 under Pochettino, we lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest with 2 forwards at home. It was one of the most sinful games of football I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Alarm bells were ringing left, right, and centre.
No,
In
I
this
hear that,
game,
and I
we
agree.
defended really well. We had good chance in the first half, and I don't even think we were wasteful in the
That's
first
what
half.
Tottenham said
Henderson
about Leicester.
was
That's
balling
what
out.
Tottenham said about Leicester.
My
Are you
only
crazy?
worry is Enzo Fernandez and how we attacked when they had a low block in the second half. So I look at the game. There's not really a lot for me to be worried about.
Bro, you're talking to you sound like Tottenham, bro. When they played against Leicester and they drew 1-1. It's the same stuff. This is what Tottenham fans were telling me about their 1-1 draw against Leicester. This is what they're telling me about their 2-1 defeat against Newcastle. We played well. We see an improvement slightly here and there. It's crazy to me.
Well, if they're happy with a point, that's them. I'm not happy with a point, but in terms of alarm bells, there's not really much for me to worry about. That's my point.
Fair enough, innit? You lot can say it's an
Like,
agenda.
football is football. Sometimes teams just come out and they have a good game. They were really good in the second half, and Henderson had a man at a match level performance.
Only Chelsea can do this, bro. My thing is that cool. Poch should have made different changes and should have actually played more than 2 players going forward and not like a 5 back against who was it? Forest in that game? Forest? Was it Forest?
Yeah, Forest.
Yeah,
Forest
you shouldn't do that. But at the same time, Enzo Maresco is moving your most important goal scorer into the 6 when you need a goal. It's criminal.
I think he was just dropping back to get more of the ball. My bigger problem in terms of our game management with Maresca is how long it took for Nkunku to get on the pitch.
Enzo
and when we brought him on, he was playing on the right.
That's what I'm saying. Enzo
that was
played
my
the full
bigger
90.
problem.
This is the thing. Enzo played a full 90. Fofana got put out wide. Cole Palmer got dashed in the 6, and Nkunku came on.
Fofana and Cole were playing in wide positions all game, and in the first half, they were actually making good chances off that. So,
bro, and I'm just saying, and Nkunku, come on.
Our first goal came from Levi Colwill passing to Noni.
Come on,
another chance for Madueke came from Fofana making a pass to him from a wide position. So
it's just in the bin, innit? And just like Arsenal being frustrated with their draw against Brighton, like I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you're happy with the draw. I'm not saying you're happy with that, but there's just an era of contentness, like. And you're telling me I'm not being objective when you drew against Palace at home at the Bridge. What the fuck? They are your whipping boys. It doesn't get more objective than that. And I'm not saying you man are shit, but you shouldn't be drawing to Crystal Palace at the Bridge. And why am I talking like I'm crazy? Like I'm crazy for saying that.
I agree. We should have been winning that game. But I look at the reasons behind it. There's not a lot to worry about.
Lewis, I'm not even talking about you right now. I'm talking about the deluded fans right now. The absolute, bro, man are being bitches, bro. Man are being bitches. Like real life bitches, blood. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy to me. It's fine. Drawing against Palace at home is fine. And playing Cole Palmer in the 6 and putting Nkunku on in the 87th minute is fine. You, man, stay where you are. Stay where you are. You didn't get V9 anyway, man. On paper FC. Only man that can allow that shit is poor. We would have crushed United for drawing against them, man. We would have crushed Arsenal for drawing against these, man. You man would have crushed Liverpool for drawing against Palace at home. Would have absolutely crushed us for it. But it's okay because it's Chelsea, though. Yeah, rest, fam.
Again, for 60 minutes, I don't think we did anything wrong. It was just how we broke down the low block afterwards. That was our struggle.
Same thing with Spurs against Leicester. But we caned them for it.
That's Tottenham. I'm talking about this game and the
point there when he says it's Tottenham.
Hmm?
He's got a point there when he says it's Tottenham. That's why we kind of.
Boy.
Like, I look at the chances. There weren't any howler misses except the Noni chance in the first half. In terms of the defense, we kept Mateta quiet. Cole had a good game. Even when they dominated in the second half and they were a little bit better on the break, they still didn't make anything clear cut. Like, we just struggled to break down the low block. That was it.
Boy, as I said, here's what it is, man. It's all right to draw with Crystal Palace at home, man.
Never said it was all right.
Not you, bro, Lewis. You know me. You know I'm not talking to you. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Big up Irvin. He says, Flawless will tell you that all of this is worth an FA Cup / Carabao Cup.
all of what? All of what?
All of this shit from Man United.
No, definitely not. But I've spoken on this in depth. Like, I can separate the two. Is winning trophies the aim? Of course there is, but there's other things that go into that. I can look at competition by competition. But then again, a lot of fans ain't seen trophies like that, so it's new to them. I get it.
Big up Chiesa, LFC. He says, will Man United win championship next season?
I think we get relegated. Big up for the super chat, Chiesa.
You man are just trolling your club, lad. Big up Irvin one more time. He says, Lewis and Flawless are the human version of mad on the inside, smiling on the outside. Meme.
People always trying to control.
Mad. The only thing that annoyed me was Enzo. Enzo was crap.
I think Lewis is true. I think.
And the ref. The ref was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
On him.
One of my acceptance with it, and two, people always trying to control how I react to stuff. Oh, you don't really care, and all this type of stuff. Like, I'm gonna still run banter, run jokes, regardless. I'm fully aware of where my team's at.
He realizes what it is, people. Big up Winter Surfer. He says, easy to analyze. We didn't take our chances. Sorry, Lewis, but Madueke had a horrible game. Palace were also not good in the second half.
Shout out Andrew, but I just don't agree. I think Noni had a really good game up until when they took Hughes off and they brought Decore on. Whoever the number 3 was kind of had his number. In terms of Palace, I think they were a lot better in the second half. They defended well. They were good in transition. It's just they still didn't make anything clear cut out of that.
Big up my Mo. He says, telling chicken shop connoisseur to mute himself is crazy. Disrespecting a YouTube OG in the UK scene. Typical Poch hater.
I didn't even say mute himself. I said mute me. I didn't say mute himself.
That's an idiot.
Now that would be a vile. I
Man
didn't
said,
say that.
Man said Elijah Monts. Big up Ty. He says, why is fella upset? Why are you upset, Monts?
I'm not upset. Just calling out the truth. The fans are the Chelsea contingent are upset. Maybe they're upset because they dropped points, but they want to do most money spent, most excuses. Cold hard facts. Not everyone likes it.
Oh yeah,
Honestly,
there
it's
is something to ask you as well, because Surfer mentioned this as well, and obviously you was there. The atmosphere, like, was it that bad?
Yeah, like I got to hold my hands up. I was celebrating Northside's birthday. The hangover was ridiculous, so I weren't doing any chanting. But yeah, it was dead. It's been dead for years, bruv. Apparently there was more Gallagher chants. I didn't even hear that one, thankfully. But
the game was very stop-start as well.
Yeah, because I heard Surfer mention that.
It was hard for the fans, I'd say, because I watched the game. Like, bro, there was so stop-start at times in the game with the injuries.
Because the ref, just every 50-50 was going in their direction. But again, first off, like, we played good football, so I don't get why the atmosphere was still dead.
Yeah, because I've heard him mention, because I seen Surfer's tweet about that as well. And obviously, when Caicedo had said that they preferred away games and things, so I was just asking about it. That's all.
It's because these men chant for Gallagher whenever things don't go our way.
That's jokes. Yeah.
Fucking embarrassing. Like Conor Gallagher would do anything in any of our games this season. Cool.
Other fixtures, lads. Just to run through them real quick.
Man, I said I didn't watch the game.
This one I really enjoyed, blood. You get me? Newcastle 2, Tottenham 1. You get me? Flawless's side bitch getting up. You understand? It was a beautiful Sunday, blood.
No. They played well. So that's calm.
They did play. You know what's crazy?
They did. They did.
Nah, second half they played well. First half they got smoked.
They were the better side. What was the crazy part is that I tweeted that about the game, and then someone added me. I was like, "Yo, you need to hold them accountable," like you said about Arsenal.
Captain Saberhold.
I saw this dickhead tweeting about, the Spurs kit looks nice. You prick.
The Spurs kit does look nice. Yo, blue's my favorite color with the no. I don't do that. Blood. Don't do that. Yeah, the
result nice.
Decent. No, the result wasn't good, man. But we'll bounce back. We just have a horrible record at St. James's Park. But the point I'm making is, it wasn't the Spurs kit. It wasn't that one. Wait. Yeah, because they played in the away kit. I was talking about the home kit with the blue stripe.
Dickhead, you know that, blood.
Side. Why
you're my dickhead, blood. Big bad team. Man was tweeting about the kit, blood. Tweet about the fucking performance, blood.
No, don't do that. I tweeted about the kit during. It wasn't that game. It was the game before.
Was it the game before?
Yeah, it was the game before because it's the home kit.
I said, look at this piece of shit.
Yeah, man. It's because they got the blue stripe down the side, and I like blue. It's my favorite color. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's why. So I can't tweet about kits that I like now. No.
Not when it's them. Tweet about the performance, blood.
I did tweet about the performance. Go check. I said disappointing performance will bounce back. We don't do well at St. James's Park.
We'll bounce back.
We'll bounce back. I did say that. Man said tweet about the performance. Now you mad I'm tweeting about the performance.
No. Of course. I need the same energy. Listen, man. They played well. They played well in the second half, and
I said this. I said we played well, and the man was on my case about it.
Wait. We.
Yeah, I said I tweeted we. I did tweet
we. Bro. This guy is a dickhead. This guy is a dickhead.
I tweeted we.
A dickhead, bro. Man said we in a dog.
We is
not as in we, as in yes, as in you know in French it means yes, blood. No, he's we in Anglais.
And then someone was like, yo, hold the Spurs players account, Spurs team accountable like you do Arsenal. And I was like, you do realize what I'm doing here. I gotta break it down for you. This is the real nigga challenge. Like for real.
Man. Wow. Waste man.
Hashtag coins, man. I can't wait for North London Derby, man. We're doing a preview, troops.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a watch along in the white fucking.
We'll be ready for the X versus Troops catalog.
Yeah, if X can't make it, I'll do it. I'll fly down to London for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%.
Hey man, I used to live by Tottenham. Listen, I'll back it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there we go. Man.
I'll pull up too. Fuck it, link up.
100% link up.
There we go, man.
Back again. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck every one of you, blood. No link up, blood. Yeah, I'm on my own, blood. Yeah.
You even want to link up? Damn.
Oh, fuck that.
I'm trying to link
Don't
up,
wanna
you
see
know what I'm
none of
saying,
you
at the
fuckers
Premier
right now.
Stadium in North London, but we moved. But oh, that's you, fam.
It's a good thing you said North London.
Oh,
Brentford 3, Southampton 1. Southampton, bro, these men are getting relegated, blood. They're trying to do the Burnley thing, trying to play out from the back, and it's not working, bro. 2 goals
not,
conceded because of trying to play out from the back. It's gonna be a long season for them, but I feel sorry for Ramsdale, blood. This might be the season where he concedes the most goals ever in his Premier League career, blood. You understand? Everton 2, Bournemouth 3. Now Everton were winning 2-0 until the 87th minute, bro. Until Bournemouth had other ideas. This was the fastest comeback from being 2-0 down as
ever,
well,
innit?
blood.
That's
You
crazy.
get me? 87th minute 2-1, 92nd minute 2-2, 96th minute 3-2, blood. You understand? I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is the year that Everton get relegated, bro. This
looking
is the
bleak.
year,
It's
blood.
looking
They
bleak for
go
the
into the
Toffees.
championship with that new stadium, blood. It's mad. You get me? It's mad. They gotta pay that off as well, bro. You're pissed, bro. You get me? You man might fucking jump in the docks, seeing as it's right next to it, bro. You understand? Ipswich 1, Fulham 1. Rory Delap's son, the famous long throw guy, getting his first goal for Ipswich. Traore getting a goal back for Fulham. That was a nice goal still, I can't lie. Nice move down the left-hand side. Robinson again with another assist. I think he's going to be up there when it comes to top assist maker. Obviously not win it, but I think he'll get over 10 assists this year. I can't lie, bro, because down that left-hand side, they're looking good for them. Leicester 1, Aston Villa 2. John Duran coming off the bench and getting another goal, blood. Ollie Watkins, poor season continues. Still not to get off the goal. Still not to get off the mark. You understand? Leicester, a bit up and down for them. Forest 1, Wolves 1. Absolute banger of an equalizer from Wolves. Chris Wood had given Forest the lead before that. Absolute banger of an equalizer. And West Ham 1, Man City 3. Erling Haaland with another hat trick. That's 8 hat tricks. Is it 8?
Seven, I think it's seven.
I think it's 8 hat tricks, blood. I saw a stat that was actually absolutely wild, bro. You get me? Most Premier League hat tricks of all time. Aguero has 12. Shearer has 11. Robbie Fowler has 9. And in 4th place, Erling Haaland, blood. The man has 8 hat tricks in 69 games, bro. To put that into context, Henry has 8 hat tricks in 258 games, bro. And Thierry Henry is probably the greatest striker to grace the Premier League. And you get me? This guy is on alien levels, blood. You get me? Absolute alien levels. And that's what we're up against. And we're not going to defeat that, blood. You get me? Let's just be real, people. We are not defeating that juggernaut, blood. You get me? But that is all, blood. That is the wrap up, blood. You get me? Big up the man them as always, blood. You get me? Got a couple of supers to run through real quick. Big up TKA. He says Napoli agree with Gala for Osherman loan. Lewis with the eyes.
Hey, apparently, according to his agent, he won't be shipped out like a package ready for delivery. There you are. There you are. See what happens when you play stupid games? You win stupid prizes. Enjoy your loan at Galatasaray.
Big up JJ Ash. He says, big up G's, Man United fan. We're talking about what if they get 15 points in the first 5 games. Fair play to Fallers. He agreed it was false hope.
Yeah, when people say stuff like that, it's like I gotta do everything in my power to just remain respectful with my response, because there's nothing reasonable, there's no logic behind that whatsoever. And people will try and sell you that as if there's logic behind it. If there's just hope, I get it. If it's we're gonna win 5 games from 5 and it's just hope, I understand it. But come on, man, let's just be honest, man. Let's just be real with ourselves and where we're at with this manager and this team.
Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. You ain't got no deal. You ain't got no bottle. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Oh, that was a bang up, lad.
Yeah,
What
it's
do
a
you
bang.
mean?
What happened to her?
Who, Dej Loaf?
Yeah.
I don't know. She probably
She
eating
just she
pom-pom
probably made so
somewhere,
much
man.
money. She's just chilling, man.
Yeah, she just had
she-
that you know,
she
because she had a
pom-pom
couple
somewhere,
tunes and
man.
then that was it. You know,
Yeah, I mean.
that was it.
It was cashed
Big
out.
up my dog Riaz every damn time, blood. He says, my rival brother, much love as always from DC to you and my blue brother Lewis. Hopefully run into this guy when flying to London for our game versus Newcastle.
Oh, big up, man. Shout me if you're around, man. Up the Chelsea.
And big up Mike P, who says 24/04/2024, Liverpool 0, Palace 1, only Palace.
And yeah, and that's shit. I call my team out for it. Man, glorify the draw, clearly. Not Lewis, but yeah.
That's why I didn't even bring up that game, to be fair, because I know
you
you wouldn't have been happy with that.
go on my match reaction after 1-0 Palace, and you'll see where my standards are at.
Yeah. Now you do. Yeah, that's something you do call out. As much as you're a prick, you do call out your team when they perform poorly. 100%.
I didn't think you would sugarcoat that game either.
Well, yeah, you don't sugarcoat nothing.
Bro, I said certain things that even for me was mad. If you go back on that video, even for me, but
No, I have to just for the vibes.
But that's it, people. Episode 320 wrapped up like us all be blood. You get me? Big up the panel as always, blood. Monts, Flawless, Lewis, my brothers, them. Subscribe to the man, them. Link in the description as always, blood. You get me? Big up the chat as always, blood. You understand? Big up the mods, them. My brothers. Big up the super chatters. Gang shit. You get me? We're redirected as well to Flawless, blood. So you get me? You don't know what to do, fam.
Fan calling show you lot. So yeah, feel free to call in no matter who you support. Tell me how wrong I am. Give your opinions. Spurs fans, more than welcome. You already know the vibes.
Monster's got a new video out as well. He's just dropped the link in the chat, blood. So you get me? You lot give that a watch as well, fam. You get me? We'll be back again on Friday, 1 p.m. You lot know the thing. Enjoy your week. Up the gun. And yeah, long live Ten Hag, bro.
Cheers.
Finally